Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Casketking here, back at it again with another live stream here on the podcast. And I'm here with my girlfriend Alice and my good friend Esther Queso.
To be here.
No.
How have you been, Casket?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm good. Been looking forward to this.
As have I.
All right, so let's settle in. Let's see if any other Casket crew members join.
Tonight I will be drinking. Would you like to see what I'm drinking?
Just to make sure I check the stream to make sure that people can hear us, and they can.
Good, good.
I don't want another situation where it looks like you're talking to the voices in your head.
Mm.
Thank you all for coming to my show.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so I've got some alcohol. Hello to our two viewers. I've got frozen cocktail peach smash. It's flavored wine product with other natural flavors.
Hey,
Comes in a pouch.
Yes, it does come in a pouch. This is what I have.
Hmm.
Inspired by the classic julep cocktail. What the fuck ever? I'm dyslexic. Fuck reading. Let's grip it and rip it. Grip it and rip it.
oh yeah.
Oh, that's cold. So, what should be our first topic, everyone?
Hmm. Well, let's talk about something very exciting for the year 2025. I know something you're very excited about, Casket. Switch 2.
I am so hyped for the Switch 2.
Why are you so hyped for the Switch 2?
Oh, come on. New Mario Kart, new Splatoon, new Pokemon,
Okay.
the hope of a new Punch Out game.
What? Okay, I want your opinion. Say try with four chances. Try to guess the name of the next Pokemon game.
Well, I know it's codenamed Gaia.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's like
Okay.
Land
Goddess
and
of the.
I'm gonna say it's like Land and Sky.
God.
And that's enough for me for now.
How would you rate it, Casket?
Yeah, it's not bad. Pretty sweet. Alright, so what's next on the agenda? Or should we keep talking about
So,
the Switch 2?
well, I think let's dive in further. Like of those, I know that you were excited for multiple games.
I'm definitely hyped for Pokemon. I'm dying for Pokemon information. It's like Pokemon Day is literally a month and 2 days away.
Yes, there's a lot going on Pokemon Day.
That
Um,
is true.
and so, what does this quote mean to you, Casket? Quote, it's been a year since they showed the last trailer.
Yeah, it's been a year since they showed the last trailer for the new Pokemon game, ZA. Like, they've shown nothing else, and it, like, bugs the shit out of me. Because, like, there's no leaks, except for that major one that didn't leak anything about ZA or the new Pokemon game, other than its fucking title or code name.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
do
would
you think
think
the
that,
new the CA is going to come out for the Switch One or the Switch Two?
I think it's gonna come out for both. Because the Switch 2 can
Okay.
play Switch 1 games.
right,
Yeah, and I don't believe Pokemon is ever going to get the best out of the console.
That is true.
Congratulations, we made it even better. Now it looks like a PS3 game.
Casket, were you a big fan of Pokemon Go back in 2016?
I did play it, yeah.
Remember that whole craze? Can you show us? Can you lift up that packaging so we can see the cover in all its glory, please? Cocktail peach smash. There's alcohol in there?
Yeah. And trust me, I can taste it.
It looks, it looks like Jello.
Yeah, you should like mix it into like water or something,
No, you're meant
or
to eat it
juice.
out of the pouch.
Really?
Yeah.
Never seen that.
Me neither.
Is this the first time you've had one of these things, Casket?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, so what do you think then of Yu-Gi-Oh collection coming out on Pokemon Day?
I'd say they're trying to compete.
Yeah, one can't help but think that, right?
I love how my
Can't.
microphone picks up every single dog barking.
I think you might be able to change if you go in the Discord settings. If you play around with the audio settings, you might be able to
No, we like the
to adjust
barking
it.
dogs. I think it's funny.
I agree. I just didn't know
Yeah.
if Alice liked it or not.
Yeah, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh collection of the old Game Boy games coming out on Steam and Switch. February 27th. The fourth Yu-Gi-Oh game will have online connectivity. The other ones will have it eventually.
Sick. I can only imagine how fun it would be to you know, start the game and then play with or against you online, Casket.
Yeah.
That'd be a good time. As well as potential future streaming and content there, so be on the lookout.
Someone says, looking swell, Mr. Casketking. Thank you very much.
We have our first comment.
Yeah, from Shook, yeah.
You're being here, Shiki.
I really want to get a Switch 2 on opening day because I've never been able to buy a console on the first day.
What stopped you before? Was it the
I just
lines?
didn't have the money at the time.
Hmm.
Something I have always wanted since I was very little is like a special edition console.
Nice.
Like I usually get like the most basic console. I have considered getting some. I was so tempted like years ago when I saw they had this like 3DS that had like this like it was covered in like stars and it was all purple and it looked so beautiful. I saw it in the store and I was like, "Ah, I could buy it. I already have a
So,
3DS."
so Alice, what are your top three favorite things about Casket?
Hmm. I like that he's there, he's existing, he's always when I need him to be there. Um, I like that he's very caring. He really cares a lot. He's very good at listening. And I don't know. I have been told that I like people that are stupid. That might also be a thing.
Mhm.
I am pretty stupid.
Beautiful. Casket, what are the top three things you like about Alice?
She's she's everything. She's everything. I love her. I love her personality. I love how she cares, and I love how weird she is, and how we connect on weird shit.
Yeah.
And she's fine
Beautiful.
as hell.
Ooh. Yes, I think many people in the Casket crew are eagerly awaiting a certain date in February, right? You guys want to
Oh
talk more about that? What
yes.
are your
Oh
guys' thoughts?
yeah, extra case. So I wanted to show you an image. I will put it in the casket room chat.
All right.
I wanted you to see
Suspense.
the future that we're living in.
Let's see, is it which chat is in this one? Let's see. Truly good baguette pastrami recipe generated by. What the fuck?
It's like, how complex can this be? Can be this recipe? Is this just a piece of bread with pastrami?
Yeah, what the hell? Beef, I see. Okay, weird. Migrolino. Oh, you could see like the end of that. You can just see some of the green in there, and it looks so bad already. Like you can tell the quality of the veg, like the leafy vegetables in there, is not good. Interesting. Where'd you see that, Alice?
I saw a post in I think it was Blue Sky.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking of switching over to Blue Sky myself.
Why's that?
Well, I don't know. If this doesn't kill Twitter, nothing will.
Hmm.
At this point, Twitter is just the place where Elon Musk throws his money to burn it when he has extra money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really pretty funny how he was caught, like, liking porn things on Twitter, and then he changed likes to being private.
Yeah.
It's like so blatantly obvious.
Oh, that could be a segment. We could go through my likes on Twitter one day.
Gotta put it like a
Are you
R
are you
18
are you sure
plus.
there's no porn in there?
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of porn.
That's what I'm saying. We have a content warning.
Well, I always mark my videos not for children, so that's good enough warning for me.
Takes a hit. Oh, let's see if he coughs or not. Alice, do you think he's gonna cough or not? What do you think?
It's 50-50. He doesn't look like.
Somebody
Yeah,
flip a
he's
coin.
alright.
Who has a coin?
Nah, I'm good, man.
Let's go, Casket. Let's go.
Let's go, casket.
Did you hear that?
I did. Yeah, this Valentine's Day. It's gonna be a hell of a Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Uh,
Where well, that's the day we're gonna find out if Alice can come visit. Hmm?
Yeah.
wow. And so, will you find out? Like, do you know, Alice? Feel what time of day
Yeah.
you'll find that out?
I think that the thing I have to be there at like 10 a.m. But I don't really know at what point do they tell me.
It will be a Friday.
Friday. Okay, we should there should be a stream, right? Or do you want to only stream if it's good news?
Well, that'd probably be the best.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that's exciting. That's coming
And
up.
I will come back. Like the plane back will be like at 8 something. So yeah, have to
Awesome.
go
Well,
to the
let's
capital.
well, in Colombia.
Yeah, and they have to go to the capital of my country, get the information, so they can like interview me in person and everything.
Imagine they're like, so why do you want to travel? And you're like, I want
Yeah,
to see my partner, my boyfriend, Casket. And you show them a picture of Casket.
I,
And
Well,
I,
a
I
lot of your
grab the
friends don't
blurriest.
even think I exist.
wait, what?
Remember you told me that story? It's like, oh yeah, that's such a fake American name that
Yeah,
they thought you made me up.
like I told them the full name of Casket, and they said like that sounds like a fucking made up name.
Well, it is. It was technically made up. Yes.
Yeah, technically our names are made up.
It's funny. Okay, so let's for those listening in, for those watching, I mean, certainly I feel so many members in the Casket crew are really excited. Coming weeks,
Yeah.
anticipating Valentine's Day. It's a critical day in Casket crew history, so keep your eyes up and your ears attuned. What is that? That looks like a rocket launcher.
That's my water jug that's about to become my alcohol jug.
Creations.
A little ASMR there for you.
For those who are disabled, Casket is not pissing. He is pouring the
Have
content
you
of the
have you
bag.
ever
Another.
seen that one meme of Rouge the Band? I love that meme. Is this meme that is just a picture of Rouge from Sonic the Hedgehog saying,
Send in.
"Damn
Wait. Send it.
boy, were you
Send in
frying
the.
were you frying chicken in there?"
Find it and send in the chat, Alice. And so, Casket, tell me more about your excitement regarding the upcoming Yu-Gi-Oh collection.
Well, it would be great to be able to play with somebody and not have to worry about all these fucking modern ass cards that ruin the game.
Right, the cards and the inventory is way different than currently. Can
Yeah,
you tell me
it's
more?
just the first cards. The newest game in that bundle is from 2004, so that gives you a time frame of, oh, this is what we have to play. It's like right before GX came out, so it's like right before Fusion became a big thing. So it's just like everything's pretty equal to like, oh, this is your ritual and this is your fusion and this is your special and your normal.
Okay, send the meme in the chat.
Let's have a look at this.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't think that beats out
I
the
love that.
pastrami generated by AI, though. That
Love that
in and of
someone even
itself.
made like a freaking like bathroom thing that you put in the floor that says please put yourself inside.
All by yourself. Oh my god. Yeah, you just passed that under the stall.
Huh.
That'd be hilarious. All right, let's any more thoughts on the Yu-Gi-Oh collection, Cask, before we
No, but
move
I
on?
do want to talk about Pokemon some more.
Okay, dive in.
I really think it's going to be Land and Sky or Land and Sea. Maybe not Land and Sea because that's more Gen 3. They already kind of did that.
Yeah.
So like Gaia, it's codenamed Gaia, and that's got to have something to do with it.
Hmm.
Maybe it's nature versus technology.
I want to say it's like Gaia, it's Earth. Maybe it's like finally we have a game with multiple regions, and maybe they'll keep adding regions onto it as DLC.
I don't know. You're
That
assuming
sounds
that.
interesting, though.
Yeah, it sounds too interesting. I don't think Pokemon could do it.
So, Casket, if you were running Pokemon, is that what you would do?
Yeah, for Gen 10, you gotta do something crazy. It's not every day that a franchise lasts as long as making as much money as Pokemon. They're making this much money. They need to hire more people who understand the 3D technology better because a lot of people at Game Freak, really suffered when they went from 2D to 3D.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could see how that could be taken pretty personally by longtime fans.
yeah. I still find it so weird that they didn't do anything for the Pokemon number 1000.
I know, right? Well, technically they did.
What was
What's
it?
what was the
Goldingo, you need a
technicality?
thousand gimme gold coins to evolve.
Oh, but that's pretty. That's like niche or small, in my opinion. Otherwise, the
Yeah.
technicality. Casket, can I run an idea
No one,
by
no
you?
Yeah,
one, no
sure.
one likes Goldingo.
It's Pokemon related. Now, I was wondering if you would react to a new video that's Pokemon related.
What is it?
It is an unboxing of the 2025 Pokemon Happy Meal card pack.
I actually really want to get some of those, but I just haven't been to McDonald's.
All right. Would you be interested?
Nah, I haven't even seen what cards are in it, and I want to be a
Right.
surprise.
Oh, okay. Maybe after you've gone yourself.
Yeah.
Nope. Awesome. Any more thoughts on Pokemon?
None that I can think of.
Well, I'm sure there's something that we can always come back to.
Yeah, I'm sure some will pop off in my brain.
Yeah, I really hate hearing that story about how you lost your Pokemon level 100s
Yeah.
taken away from
I
you.
actually found somebody who had a similar story. They had lost their Blastoise, their level 100 Blastoise. and I felt for them. I shed a small tear because I'm like, I know exactly how you feel. And they were talking about how depressed they were after the event and this and that, and it's like, I get that. I completely fucking get that.
Yeah, that's traumatic. Shouldn't be taken lightly. All right. Well, I'm going to save the AI discussion for hopefully when Krusty joins.
Well, we're only 25 minutes in. Krusty could join at any moment. In fact, he could be
Oh
watching
yeah,
right
and
now.
when I
It's
saw
true.
the image of the sandwich made by AI, I couldn't stop thinking of that time somebody is like, I think was working that did that ad that was like, oh Siri, tell me the recipe of what is inside of a Burger King. Did you hear about that?
No, when was
No.
this?
This was like a long time ago. They had this ad where they would like the ad would be saw in the
Krusty.
TV.
Sorry,
Interesting here.
Krusty's in the chat. He just commented. Why don't you spend another hour talking about air fryers? What are your thoughts on that, Casket?
Krusty, if you want to come to the podcast, come to the podcast, man. We'd love to have you.
Yes, we were missing you.
Yeah, man.
Always welcome.
But
Along with
yeah,
Jeff
I
and any
just
member of the
remembered
Casket crew.
I didn't see the commercial, but I had heard about it. That Siri commercial for Burger King.
And people like the whole thing was that the ad would play and the person in the ad would say like, Siri, tell me the what is inside of a Burger King burger. And people noticed that obviously Siri will take the information from Wikipedia. Uh, so people started changing the Wikipedia so it will say that a burger from Burger King had like nails and broken glass and cockroaches and shit. And they had to pull the ad and they had to freaking log the Wikipedia for Burger King.
Damn.
Krusty, I just commented, Krusty, I need you. Please come join the call so we can work on the song. Neither you. This would be a live reaction and works like session to work on the tweak the song and work on it.
Yeah, man. We want you to help us work on the song, man. I want you to do the guitar bits, and I want you to give me your fucking knowledge of music.
Yes, we need you. I need your input, your advice, your guidance. We also need we have no lyrics either. So
How can Krusty read the comments?
His phone reads it to him.
Um,
right, so let's move on. Are you ready to move on, Casket, or did you have more to say?
Uh, no, I don't think I'm good. How about you, babes?
yeah.
Cool. I think we've had a good start so far. We are chugging along. So I heard this idea, and feel free to like if you don't want to talk about it on the live stream because it's behind the scenes. The hamburger idea.
No, I want that to be a surprise.
Surprise. Okay. Well, we'll keep that as a little mystery.
Yeah.
Cross that
Watch
off.
out for the hamburger.
Hide your kids, hide your wife from the patty. Oh, Casket, did you want to advertise your upcoming video?
Yes, I have an upcoming video where me and Jeff watch Toy Story and I comment on it, and we both comment on it. It's gonna
Toy
be
Story
great.
1?
What was
Yes, and
that,
so we
babes?
really. Yes, what was that,
Toy
Alice?
Story 1?
Yeah, Toy Story 1.
So is there a plan to? Are you only going to stick to Toy Story 1, the Genesis, or are you going to finish the series?
I don't know. We're gonna do a different movie next time.
All right. Yes, I think we have a game plan, which was we asked you your top 3 genres.
Yeah, we also wrote down a bunch of movie ideas that we found.
Yes. So we're going to pick from those 3 genres, just one by one, and just move along. So it'll be variety.
Oh man, I'm a little bit.
Rusty said, "I want you to do a live reaction to the Toy Story 1
I was
fan-made
literally
film."
watching that part of it today. I know exactly what he's talking about. That's almost the version we watched.
Hmm. Rusty, we need you though. Some of these topics need you, like AI. We were supposed to debate
yeah,
and discuss.
we need
We
you,
need you,
man.
or else this
Um,
show is going to be short because we're running through the other ideas
uh,
pretty quickly.
Rusty, will you eat the AI sandwich?
Oh, guys, wait, we need Krusty. Let's tell Krusty about that AI sandwich when he joins. Um, all right, so since let's do a rapid fire. Are you
Alright,
ready,
Krusty
Krusty?
says he'll be here in 5 minutes.
Beautiful. Ugh, that's exactly what I want to hear. Historian, if you're listening in, we'd also love to have you. Jeff, if you're listening in, any member of the Casket crew is welcome. Open
Yeah,
invite.
everyone's welcome here.
Just chilling. What was I gonna say? Oh, rapid fire for you and Alice. Are you guys ready?
Alright.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna say something, and you're gonna just react. Okay.
Okay.
Thoughts on the Bermuda Triangle.
I think it exists.
I think it might be magnets.
What about Nessie, or the Loch Ness monster?
I think it could be a
I think
possibility.
it's impossible.
Ooh, that's interesting. So far, both of you have clashed on each one.
Krusty!
Rusty, thank you for joining.
Dude,
Where's the historian? I knew Jeff wasn't going to be here, but where's the historian?
I don't
Actually,
know.
Jeff said he would be back. Maybe. Oh,
Yeah,
we'll
Jeff
see.
said he might be back. He's getting a drink.
Okay.
Rusty, how have
Um.
you been?
Yeah, man, how you been?
Uh. uh, Things are going.
I hear that.
I don't want to get into it, but there's a lot of shit that went down since the last time I talked to you, Casket. I didn't know if I was going to show up or not.
That's what I had a feeling.
Um.
Well, let's
You know
not
what?
get too far into it.
Yeah. I'm not even going to hint about what it was because I don't want to ever talk about it outside of me explaining it to you off stream.
I get that, man. I won't pry.
But
Okay, that's
yeah. But
so.
I want to get up. Did you hear that Apple pulled their Apple AI from the iPhones
No,
this
I didn't
week?
hear about that.
Yeah, so we'll start with this for some, general AI conversation. So Apple, part of their Apple AI launch, they had summarizations for notifications, and it would start hallucinating, and it would just start spouting out random shit that had nothing to do with the notifications that it was supposed to be summarizing. And it was such a huge problem that they completely pulled about 50% of their AI stuff that they've released this year on iPhones. They completely pulled it, and you didn't even have a choice to have it removed. They did it on their end, and it just happened. So now there's like this huge Apple controversy going on because people are complaining because when Apple advertised the iPhone 16, they said this is the literal like sell pitch, was this is the iPhone for AI, and now they've pulled it, and they're saying that the features won't even be out
Um,
until iPhone 17. And
Wait,
so they're
Krusty,
yes,
which AI are you talking about? Are you talking about
the
the
Apple AI, like like
Apple
uh
Intelligence?
yes, Apple Intelligence, yeah. Now Apple Intelligence is the umbrella name. They've pulled about 50% of the features that they were going to launch, and now they're saying they're not coming back until next year. So there is some YouTuber legal people who are looking at opening a class action lawsuit against Apple for false advertising because they said that the iPhone 16 would have all these features. Literally, they said they would have had it before 2025, and now they've completely changed it because obviously they half-ass baked this stuff and didn't test it, and it wasn't working properly.
Okay,
So this,
so can I provide some clarification for the audience?
okay, go for it.
Because I think the way that you worded that wasn't completely accurate.
Okay, go
It
for it.
is true that part of Apple Intelligence that generates the news summaries and the text summaries is being pulled to be tweaked and worked on. But
Mhm.
Apple Intelligence as a whole is still going to be on the phone. In fact,
Yeah,
the most recent 2 days ago, there's an article, several articles saying Apple made a major change to Apple Intelligence that some people aren't going to like, and it's the fact that it's going to be on by default now instead of like being
an
asked.
option.
Right, exactly. So, but you're right. You're right. Like some of those, the shit it was putting out for the
Yeah,
like summaries was wacko, right?
yeah. So if you can go online and read some of the weird wacko summaries that are out there in the universe, and they're also looking at pulling their what is it like their text generation for summarizing in documents, not just for notifications, because that's also being shown to be hallucinating, which everybody knows. If you know anything about AI, you know that's a problem with current AI. It's going to hallucinate after it runs out of tokens. That's just what it's going to fucking do. And so, yeah, no, I said the removing. Yeah, Apple Intelligence is their umbrella term for all of their AI on their device, but they're removing core features that were promised as to being something
Okay.
that is supposed to be.
Can you please send me an article with that if available, or if like it's not really that important, but right,
Yeah.
because from what I've looked up, I just did some quick search. I couldn't find anything that was saying like
Well,
core features were being
yeah.
shut down.
Well, I initially heard about it on oh gosh, what's that? Not Linus Tech Tips, but there's another big like tech YouTube channel. Hold on, let me go.
Yeah, I just worry that I really worry that people that run tech YouTube channels are really incentivized to be bombastic and exaggeratory in order to get more clicks and likes and views, and therefore engagement and more money, right? So
True, true.
that's
But
why I
I
try to
mean,
like, yeah.
well, we will see. As of right now, they've removed their summarization and notifications, and it's being looked at that they're going to be removing summarization in emails and documents for the same problem. Because there's already screenshots of it hallucinating on those segments as well currently, but they've only removed the notifications as of right now. But it is opening them up to a potential class action lawsuit because it's considered false advertising. I think Legal Eagle, he hasn't made a video on it yet, but I think he tweeted about being interested in seeing if that is something that is really possible. So I would expect for him to have a video out sometime in the next week, since this is like the big, like
Yeah.
Apple Gate.
Well, that would be great because Legal Eagle does a very good job in citing his sources and having
Yeah,
highly credible sources, right? Which is really important. But I wanted to
yeah.
ask Casket and Alice, what do you guys think of the whole Apple Intelligence thing?
Well,
Uh,
I never had the money to own an iPhone.
and I've never owned an iPhone either, so
Well, okay. What phones do you guys have? Let's start with there.
I basically have a government phone.
Do you know what brand it is
I
at least?
No, but I know it runs on Android.
Okay.
Well, Android is the majority, right?
I know
That's
my
for
my
sure.
phone runs on Android. I don't know what it is. I think it's some Chinese brand.
Okay. Well, have you guys messed with any of the AI features that are available on Android? I don't know if your devices could support it, but I mean, are you guys at least aware of that? Like the Google Gemini, things like that?
Every time I search anything in Google, it tells me an option that is like, oh, this is an AI, an AI answer to your question.
Yeah.
I think that's baked into Google though, across the board. Like there's always an AI descriptor at the top now, um, which I think is it's been helpful more than not. Oh, another big thing that happened this week, and okay, this is going to kind of out me a little bit, but I do pay for the Chat GPT. That I pay for that, and I got access to agents this week. And so this is like huge. Agents are now fully out there in the if you pay for it, it's a paid feature, but you can have real agents that you can have them do multi-step tasks. And I mean, it's not gathering data, it's actually doing stuff like on your computer or your device because it does work through browser as well. Or the app itself. If you have the ChatGPT app, they have side apps on there that it auto works with, but yeah, the agent features. I'm telling you guys right now. I want to know your perspective. Let me give like a 60-second summary from what I've noticed, and then I want to know where you guys think it's going to go. So I went in there to the ChatGPT agents, and I said I want you to look up 60 articles, peer-reviewed articles from databases, and I want you to find articles that support this, and then I want you to open up Microsoft Word and write an APA paper, minimum 30 pages. It took it 40 minutes to do all of that, but it did it. It fucking did it. Like, so my argument point is, how is the education system going to handle something like this whenever humans don't even have to do any of the research at all now?
The answer to your question is regulation. Right now, AI is unregulated mostly, right? It's run by massively funded corporations and corporate interests, right? And private companies, and they've taken it far away. But the sheer fact is, when it comes to technology, any new technology, the law lags behind, right? Because the law is so slow in this country, in America, we're
Yeah,
referencing. Meaning, for
most
when the
of
internet came around, right? It took 10 years for internet law to really, be enforced because it just takes time. So I agree that I think it's crazy. Like what you just said is crazy and would harm the education industry. But with regulation, there would be limits. I worry though that because there's billionaires kind of running the country now, they don't want it regulated, right? They're gonna say no, we don't want it regulated. That puts other creative people like me, a musician, like educational people, right? Educators, that puts them at risk. So that's why I think we agree that like AI is really awesome and capable of awesome things, but I think we disagree on how regulated it should be, right?
Like, dude, just so you know, ethically, hold on, someone just joined. Who
Jeff.
joined? Jeff, welcome
F.
What's
back.
up?
Have you been listening in to what to the?
The last 3 minutes or so.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let me respond to what Queso just said because I'm sure you're gonna want to have something to say about this.
Yeah, go
Um,
for it.
so here's how scary it is. Just so you know, ethically, I would never do this. I am currently a student in grad school, and I'm going on record saying that I'm not submitting that paper. It was a test run. That's all it was. It was a concept to see if it's doable. If I wanted to, I could have even told it to submit it on my behalf, and it would have done it. I would have had zero input on all of it, and it would have done it all. Like that is scary. And
I don't
and
think you would
here's
have. I
here's
don't think you would, but it wouldn't have done well in terms of when you submit it because it would have been detected as AI probably.
no, because I can literally give it the option to go to an AI detector and then rewrite it until it passes. It'll do that. Like you don't understand.
I
It. I
understand,
can.
but
I
but
can. I
but
can put the
but
checks and balances in it. People.
have they fixed the problems and the issues that plagued ChatGPT regarding citations?
Yes. Yes, dude. I'm 4.0 or what are they calling it? 0.03 or no, it's
Or
oh 01 right now. It's oh 01. Their oh 01 model, their reasoning capabilities in oh 01, absolutely they fixed that because you can tell it to put in checks and balances to check its work as it's doing it. But here's the last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'll pass it back. What
Yeah,
I
thanks, Jeff.
what I'm frustrated about, and I want everyone's opinion on this. Elon Musk has gone on record saying that Americans are not capable of doing work after getting degrees, and yet he is funding the creation of tools to make people less capable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be a part of the problem and complain about the problem. But floor is everyone
And
else's.
meanwhile,
I
they
mean,
are deporting the people that can do those jobs.
when it
Yeah.
comes to like handing in papers and stuff, I mean, there's going to be a really quick adjustment where sooner or later, a lot of students will have to write their papers in class, right? Instead of just handing them in from home.
That's a
So,
really good
do
point.
you think that's where it's going to end up? I don't.
I mean,
And I'll
that,
tell you, what about online schools where there is no classes? You watch videos and you write your papers. Those exist.
yeah,
On Phoenix University Online, that's their model.
Well, I could
yeah, they
see.
could
I could
straight.
see.
I remember in my university, we had some online students.
Yeah. What about in those
Because
cases?
most of the time, people wouldn't even be able to understand what is happening in the class.
In that case, it could be a situation where in-person schools gain more credibility because if you're from an online school, the employer might be thinking, well, maybe this guy just chat GPT'd his
That
way
is
through the course.
true. That is so true.
But what's like? Where do you
Or
see?
it could be an online, like a predominantly online university, but then every couple of months you have to go in and write an exam in person just so they can test your capabilities and make sure you're not AIing your way through the whole course.
Well, so let's think about this long term. A decade from now, what is the education system going to look like? Because this is the worst it's going to be as it is right now. So
I
Maybe
don't know about that.
maybe I'm overly optimistic, but I actually think it's going to be better because if you think about it, every student is going to have access to the smartest teacher on the planet, and it's going to be equal because every student will have access to the same type of teacher. So it's not like I went to this school and my science teacher was kind of shit. It's like, no, everyone can have the best science teacher ever. And that's got to play a part in education.
all right, Casket King Alice, what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna say I like that way of looking at it, equalizing it out. I like that.
Okay.
Like the technology isn't there right now, but Krusty, you played with ChatGPT Advanced Voice, right?
Oh yeah, dude, I pay $200 a month. I have the pro membership.
So imagine you had a tutor that was a genius in every subject category. You had 24-hour access to them, and all of your lessons were personalized because the AI is constantly getting your feedback on your testing. So they might be like, in terms of mathematics, like this guy's really lagging behind in mathematics. So originally my lesson plan was to give him algebra for like 2 hours a week, but now I'm going to change it so he gets 4 hours a week or something like that. You can tune your lesson plans to each individual.
Interesting. Honestly, whenever I was in grade school, they had classes that they don't now, that they used to say was primary back then. Learning cursive, we had to do that back in the day. And things such as, oh gosh, what was it? Geometry. Yeah, they got rid of that. I think that what we perceive as being as important in education is going to evolve as well. And I
Not if it's
think,
not funded. I just think you guys are thinking at a theoretical level, which when you stay on that level, it's like, yes, that's great, and I could totally see how AI can be a great resource for students. But the problem is, it doesn't matter if schools don't get funded, right? And if we have a massive teacher shortage in this country, students aren't going to learn, right? No matter
which we do.
which we do. And so I think I look at it from a behavioral perspective where I see like, oh, I think most humans, once they see and use it, they would become reliant on it. And like, I think most people would pick streaming a movie or streaming a show over like intentionally sitting down to learn with AI.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. I mean, the teacher shortage is so bad. I was offered a full-time teaching position while I'm in grad school, and I said no. Like, and not only me, but everyone in my program was. None of us took it. But like that's where we're at right now with teachers. They're doing everything they can, and that problem isn't going to get better because the funding isn't there. There's no respect for
Yes.
teachers.
So I think this talk about AI is like, yes, of course it'll change the landscape, but I don't think it's gonna make education better in the country if teachers aren't getting paid more, and then
No, I
more
agree. If
funding.
Yeah. And another fear that I have is they're going to say, well, why should we pay teachers more when we can have AI do it for a fraction of the cost?
Another concern.
That I think that's a valid concern.
I think so too.
But personally, I think we're going to get away from paper writings and things of that. I think that what is going to be perceived as work is going to have to look different.
Listen, I think this is a good way to put it. I think that's a good point, Krusty. And I also what that made me think of is I think we agree, and I think what we agree on is all of this AI and the future really depends on who controls it, right? In the right hands, AI can do a lot of good. But in the wrong hands, it can do a lot of terrible things, right? So the question is, right now, are we on track to have AI be in the hands of the good people or the bad people? And from my perspective, I see it as the latter.
It depends on which AI you're using because there's a ton to be used. ChatGPT is definitely the number one right now with its agents. Literally, I sit there and I gave it a minute and a half long prompt. I walked away and I came back to a fully finished product. Like, and there was a barrier there. The barrier is the fact that I pay money. If you don't pay money, you're not going to have that, which means it's not available to everybody, right?
Yeah,
So
but don't you worry that like that takes away like your own creativity and your own abilities,
right.
right? Like you could write something yourself, so why not do that instead of
No,
plugging into AI?
it was just a proof of concept to see if that was something that it would
I
do,
know,
and it
I'm
did.
saying that, but I worry that the proof of concept then builds and builds, right, until it's every day, right?
Yeah, and Crossy, I wanted to ask you something very important.
Mm-hmm.
Would you eat the baguette made by AI?
Would I eat a
Wait,
baguette?
I'm going to
Wait, what's a
describe this
baguette?
picture. Okay, let me describe this picture to you, Krusty, so you can just get this full. Okay, so Alice sent a photo in the chat, right? And it's a close-up photo of like this sandwich in like what looks like a convenience store, right?
Okay.
It's the sandwich has this big sticker on it that's like dark green and orange and black, kind of like Matrix vibes, and it says Migrolino truly good baguette. So pastrami recipe generated by AI, and it's an
Oh
actual
gosh.
sandwich. And then we're just like, would you eat that?
Why not? I'm curious to think what something good tastes like. I would do it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm just wondering, like,
poisoned.
what do you mean the AI created the recipe? This is a baguette of pastrami. What did the AI put in?
Wait. Which was it? Was it Coke or Pepsi, which had an AI created beverage where the
Coke
formula
or
was
the
created by
ad?
AI? No.
No,
For
you're not
for
talking
the
about the ad.
drink, they had AI create the ingredient list for a drink that they released. I don't know if remember if it was Coke or Pepsi. It was sometime in the
Oh,
last 2 years. So I mean, something like this has happened publicly.
let's see.
Yeah, it was they formulated the recipe.
Oh yeah, there is an
Uh,
AI generated Coca-Cola
Yeah,
flavor.
thank you. That's it. It's a Coke flavor. Thank you. Yeah, it was
wait a
completely.
second. Wait a second. Wait a second. The ingredients. The ingredient. The ingredients are not made by AI.
Well, I mean,
What's made by
they chose.
AI is the.
Generated the recipe.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. AI generated the
Where does it
recipe.
say
Sorry.
or generated the recipe?
Well,
Apparently, it was called the Coca-Cola
What?
GR3000.
yep.
Oh, Casket's getting the munchies, man.
I tried
What?
that. I tried that
No, this
AI
is not
Coke.
this.
And I'll tell you right now, it was not nearly as good as a regular Coke. Like it still has some work to do.
Rusty, did you try the DeepSeek model?
No,
I think
You're
it's on
are you talking?
par. It's on the Chinese DeepSeek model.
Yeah, that's the one that you can get on GitHub. Actually, I was pulling it up
You can
today,
use
but
it for free. Yeah.
yeah, I was pulling it up today, but then I got sidetracked working with agents because all of a sudden I got a notification saying that agents were turned on for me since I had the max model, and immediately I started diving into that. But yeah, no, yeah, I plan on looking at the DeepSeek. Like I already have it pulled up on GitHub.
It's on par with O1, the like $20 subscription version, but it's
Yeah.
not quite as good as O1 Pro. But that's like $200. So it's crazy
Okay.
that DeepSeek is being offered for free and it's open
Yeah.
source. So I think
Not only
OpenAI is pretty nervous.
not only is it free, but the best part is it's significantly cheaper per token. Significantly cheaper per token, like which means it's way more environmentally friendly and
More
it's
efficient.
easier to sustain, and you can use it on lower powered hardware. So it's, I mean, it's just a win across the board.
I was going to send you this link. The CEO of NVIDIA announced a supercomputer that you can get for your home, and it's going to have like 64 gigabytes of VRAM or something like that, maybe even
Mhm.
more. And it's going to be so you can run like your own AI model locally from home.
Yeah, they announced that at the what was it, the Tech Expo earlier this month. Pretty
The
cool.
retail price is going to be $2,000 or something.
For the base model.
Yep.
I find that really interesting. Oh, also, I found a uncensored LLM that I was able to get functioning locally on my iPhone 2 days ago. Like 100% functioning locally on my iPhone. My iPhone gets hot as hell when I use it, but it is completely uncensored. Like it'll spit out anything you tell it to spit out.
Yeah.
Is it like a 2 billion parameter model or something?
I think it's a 4.
4? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had
Yeah.
like 64 billion parameter models running locally on my machine, but it takes a long time to generate the tokens.
Yeah, well, this is on a freaking iPhone. Like that, we're getting so close to getting true LLMs on small devices.
For sure, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So what was the name of that Coca-Cola flavor again?
Y3000.
The Coca-Cola year 3000.
I went onto the Coca-Cola website to get it straight from the source, and they're kind of ambiguous on who did what. They just say that it's co-created with AI. So, but I can totally see like AI helping with the ingredients, and apparently the flavor does taste differently. So
Oh, it definitely tastes different.
I can see that it's probably like at least the AI had something to do with the recipe, right?
Yeah. But
Okay.
since you were talking about the sandwich, I was like, oh, well, here's a product that they're already doing that kind of stuff
Imagine,
with.
wait, Alice, imagine you go to that market and you grab the pastrami AI, and then you get a Coca-Cola Y3000,
Yeah.
and then you just sit on the top of a roof, you have them both, and then you jump off.
I just love the idea that you go get the pastrami baguette, you open it, it doesn't have pastrami.
It's like a lamb's foot or something.
Wow.
So, Krusty, is it okay if we pivot?
Yeah. Okay. Let's pivot now.
We can
Sorry,
come. We can come back.
I was
No, it's
cooking.
okay. No,
I
it's
was
okay.
just
You were
cooking.
cooking. You and Jeff were both cooking. I didn't want to interrupt. And so
Let's
come
pivot.
back to. We can always come back to AI. Casket hasn't heard this rough draft of the song.
I did. I heard it in the Discord.
No,
But-
that was just the intro.
Okay, then someone should screen share, Casket screen share and play the song so that everybody can hear it and we can listen to it at the same time.
All right.
I think I'm gonna send it to you too, Krusty, directly.
Okay.
All right. Have you sent it to me already?
Again, this is a rough draft. I sent it to you, Casket. I did get I worked on it, some of it with Casket in the call. And I said like we need Krusty's input and we need lyrics too. We don't have lyrics. It's just like a instrumental right now.
All right, let's check it out.
Hold on. All right, are you guys ready?
Yep.
You just got ready. Nice. Krusty,
Krusty, did you-
what did you think of the very end? Very end, Krusty.
Oh, that was great.
You know what that was, right?
That was when you blew up the hamburger, right?
No, that was when I busted the string on the guitar.
Even better.
Oh shit! What did I hear myself?
Yeah, a casket. Quit sharing screen. We're getting an
Oh
echo.
yeah, sorry, I'm still sharing screen.
God, that was traumatic.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that sounds freaking awesome.
Oh man, I still like need your input. We need to like it needs to be tweaked, needs to be mixed, and we need lyrics.
And I,
But the
I'm
melody
gonna do
line-
the guitar parts.
Yeah, we need live guitar. We need live guitar recorded. You said you have.
Oh,
That
totally.
studio,
Yeah.
right?
Just tell me what. Yeah, I've ordered my soundboard and my mic and stuff. I ordered that yesterday, so like
That's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
get
sound
it.
so good. It's gonna sound so much better than the just the software
The
instruments.
iPhone microphone. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's not even an iPhone microphone. I'm just saying like the ones that are in that audio file is just the Logic Pro software
I
instruments,
gotcha.
right? They don't even
Yeah.
sound like
Well,
good. They don't even have that many for guitar. It's embarrassing.
just tell me the chords, and I can play it live on my end.
Yeah, the chords are really easy, and I feel like you might even just be able to hear it from just listening to it because it's just pretty repetitive. It just goes
Oh,
between
yeah.
A and G, really.
Yeah. Totally fine with that.
But
I think that's
the
a great concept.
Thanks, man. It still needs. It's a rough draft, and the melody was approved by Cascade, so you like the. But we don't have like I don't know what like I want to end the ending with like the casket crew, right? Something like that.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know what to. I don't know. So we should have a session. Like, well, let's figure out a day where you and I can and a casket can brainstorm.
Absolutely. Why don't we do it live on a podcast episode? That way people can listen in as we're doing it.
That's good. That would actually be like, yeah, maybe I could share my screen. I'll share my screen.
Yeah, that can be. That's great content. Let's use it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's plan that for. We don't. Do we have a guest next week?
Nope. Not till the end of February. Unless I can get the person from the Lolcow universe to come in sooner, which might happen, but I'll let you guys know at least a week in advance.
Okay, I feel like we should still have a discussion on that.
Okay.
That's okay.
That's fine with me.
Cool. Okay. Well, that's so. There's a lot going on in the Casket crew recently. Like we have movies reactions being done with
doing
Jeff
movie
and Casket.
now with Jeff.
Very
Did you
cool.
guess the first one we did?
Oh, he told us Toy Story.
Oh, damn, you told them already.
Yeah, I told him
Well,
that
we'll
you guys
be
should have
hyped
watched the
for it. It's
remake.
coming out soon.
Yeah, I told him you guys should have watched the live action remake where they used actual dolls. That would have been
He showed me
hilarious.
that.
That sounds creepy as fuck.
Dude, they literally did a frame by frame reshoot of the whole movie in live action. It's hilarious.
Wait, can I tell you a random story?
Go for it.
Yeah,
Go into a restaurant the other day, right? Italian restaurant. I order myself an Italian sub. I want to get to use their hand sanitizer, right? My meal. I go up, and it's the hand sanitizer that stinks and is so strong. Do you guys know about that ones? Like the cheap ones?
Yeah, the ones that smell like just pure alcohol.
Yeah, and it's just like so strong, like right into your face.
Yeah, honestly, I prefer those. I want to know that it's cleaning my skin.
I mean, fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, if it smells like vanilla or if it doesn't smell like alcohol, I'm questioning how good it's working.
Yeah, it just made me think that truly some hand sanitizers are better than others.
I heard the reason for like the soap bubbles don't make any difference at all. It's just to like make the consumer feel like they're cleaning better.
True.
Scrub,
Mm,
scrub, scrub.
That's just, I believe it's a sulfur mixture which causes the bubbles.
Rub-a-dub-dub. Let's give Casket a rub. Hmm?
Hmm. Well, I wish that the historian was here. I think he would have some
Yeah.
great input. When was the last time anyone's heard from him?
He
Today.
was. Yeah, he was here earlier.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, I hope he's doing well. I know he's got to be busy. Start of the new year for him.
All right, let's see. I'm trying to. Okay, so I think. Oh, we didn't
Yeah,
ask about Bigfoot. If you
Bigfoot.
guys believe in
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot,
I
do you
believe in
think he's
Bigfoot.
real?
Mhm.
Where do
All
you
right, you
think
gotta
he
give your
is,
reasoning,
Captain?
Casket.
Yeah, where do you think he is?
Well, I don't know where he is. Well, there's been far too many sightings for at least one of them not to be real. You know what I mean? One of them's got to be real.
Hmm.
What about the
did you guys know that Mormons believe that Bigfoot is actually came from the Bible?
You know
for
what? I
real?
have heard that. That's
I thought
actually
that
a
was
real
a
belief.
joke.
No.
No, Mormons actually believe that.
Yeah.
Where
I
does it
honestly,
say
I would.
Bigfoot in the Bible?
Well, the Bible does mention giants, though.
Well,
Um,
that's true.
do you know what's weird about the Bible that no one really ever talks about is how angels are described in the Bible. You know, like
Are-
compared to how everyone pictures how angels looks, compared to how they're actually described, two totally different things. And I don't
Very much
understand.
so.
Yeah, and it's I just think it's funny how everybody just thinks that they look like these angelic beings whenever they're predicted with a head with faces on each side and wings made of fucking eyeballs. Like,
Yo, Krusty, that reminds me of a question I asked Casca the other day. I asked Casca, I'm like, do you think angels have orgies?
I don't think angels have sexual organs. It makes me
Yeah, I
sad.
don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they do or not.
I hope they
I
do because,
personally like to think that they have both sex organs.
Me too.
well, some angels have body parts of animals, so I guess possible as they're
I don't know.
described in the
You go
Bible.
to
The
have
Norse
sex.
gods had a
You
lot of
go to have
sex,
sex with a.
so
True.
You
It's true.
finally get to have sex with a freaking like beautiful like angel, and they pull their dings up, and turns out they have a horse cock.
I mean, theoretically, that's possible from the way they're described. Uh, you know what? Actually, I believe that they can have sex because isn't Satan an angel that was cast out from heaven, right? Right? Am I
yeah.
wrong?
I mean,
Well,
cast out, left. You know.
yeah, but it says in the book of Revelations that like he has a child, and that brings on the end of all times, which means he has to be able to fuck.
That is true.
Oh yeah, the
So I guess angels
Antichrist.
can bang.
Will you Would you agree that Lucifer has to be the sexiest? Like realistically, he will be the sexiest being ever.
Casket, tell the people about the statue. You know which one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, let me scroll to it. Oops. Oh, it's gone.
The historian.
The
Historian.
historian.
Welcome.
Yeah,
So, in
I
the
just joined to listen.
1600s.
I just joined to listen particularly, but the last thing I heard was Alice say um, a naughty word. I wanted to repeat it, but I thought it was just, so perfect that I had to
Casket.
join when Alice
Cas.
said that.
Well, we're glad to have you here, historian. Casket, what
Historian,
were
we
you
know you
saying?
came for the Bigfoot trutherism.
Casket,
Actually,
you're Casket.
my
You're about to say
stupid
something.
app is,
So, back in the 1600s, this church commissioned this artist to make a statue of Lucifer, and he
Okay.
did. But the problem was he made him too sexy, and they got really mad. So then they fired him and hired his brother, who was also a sculptor, and he
Okay.
made a statue that was even sexier. So then they got really mad.
And
Dude, I thought
is
he,
there a picture?
I thought he was joking. Then I looked up the pictures. He wasn't lying, man.
Really?
Lucifer was kind of hot.
Can you send the photos, Jeff?
I think
that's too
Casket showed
funny.
them to me.
Check the Hangout room chat. It should be in there.
Could the
Oh
audience
Lord.
see them though? Make sure they
No,
have a
Yeah, they will.
I
reference.
don't have the picture up. I can't. It's not in this room.
Damn. Personally, I would believe in aliens before Bigfoot, though.
So would I.
Well, that's reasonable.
What if
But what if
Bigfoot is
Bigfoot
an
is an
alien,
alien?
though?
Oh,
I
Is
mean,
anyone
Krusty,
here
what if you're secretly Bigfoot?
is anyone here avid hikers? Or Casket, have you ever hiked before?
I used to.
damn,
ooh,
that would have been
Where
something to see.
Yeah, it
would this have been
was.
in Florida?
Yeah, it was in Florida.
Was it
okay.
like a proper national park or something like that?
No, but it was a park. It was like a big park. It was like fenced in, though.
But you'd go through like dense forests.
Yeah, there were
It
like
would-
gators sometimes. One time I was attacked by a gang of armadillos.
oh my god.
I would have paid to see that.
Hey, I know it doesn't sound scary, but they can hold rabies, man.
Oh, for sure.
It's the only
Well, I
time
guess
I've ever climbed a
any animal.
tree.
Okay,
Do you
where
got
in the casket timeline did this take place? I have to know.
Back when I was 13.
13. So I wasn't even born. Or maybe I
are,
was.
are you scared of like hiking in just the wilderness with random animals and stuff?
Not really.
Oh,
You haven't
that would
been
be a
in like
good.
on a proper hike though.
Yeah, not in a long time.
That would be a good
Like
podcast
I used
episode
to
if you
be
have any
able to
hiking
go for
stories.
at least 4 miles.
oh, that's pretty good. Do you guys know about the story of Forrest Fenn?
Oh, no,
Nope.
no.
He was like an eccentric art dealer. I guess he had a lot of money. So back in 2010, he claimed to have hidden like this big chest filled with gold and jewels and all these other valuables that he said was worth up to like $1 million. And he hid them like somewhere in the Rocky Mountains. Then he puts out this memoir. And in the memoir, there's a poem that contains all these clues that would lead to the treasure, and he basically set it up so that anyone who wants to, they can go and try to find this treasure. So for like the next decade, you just had tons of these hikers that would just go through the Rocky Mountains trying to find this treasure based on these like cryptic clues. And for the longest time, people thought that it was just made up, but someone eventually found it. It was like 4 years ago they finally discovered it.
Wow.
Damn,
So did anyone die on that
a
trek?
real life treasure hunt.
I don't know if there were any deaths like specifically linked to it, but like if there's enough interest, probably someone got attacked and eaten by a bear or something, I would think. Like I think there's a
Crazy.
lot of attention around it, and people like got close to solving the clue and didn't quite get there.
Isn't that crazy that we'll never know about like certain attacks that happen or like when people like die alone? Which is never.
Well, that's why they have the missing 411. Like half of those are in the woods when people are just instantly
Yeah, but
vanished.
I thought that's bullshit.
No, missing 411 is real.
What? I looked
Yeah.
into it.
I used to go camping every summer as a kid, and one time I was returning from a hike, about to go back to my campsite, and I heard some dude yelling in the forest, but I could tell it was from like really far away, and I just couldn't quite pinpoint the direction that the voices were coming from. I just knew a guy was yelling really loudly, and I didn't know what was up with him, if he was just doing it as a troll, or if he was actually yelling for help. But I was like, whatever. I went back to my campsite, and then the next day, I hear from the the forest rangers that this dude was hiking at night, and I guess sun went down, it went completely black, and he didn't have his flashlight working, and he literally walked off a cliff and landed in a tree. And upon the impact, I think one of his legs broke and both of his arms broke, so he couldn't get out of the tree. And so for the whole night, he was just yelling, and that's what that yell was.
Oh
I just didn't know.
That is fucked, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. The force is brutal.
So, Casket, can I offer the counter by the skeptics to the missing 411?
Yeah, sure.
Kyle Polich, a data scientist and a host of Data Skeptic podcast, concluded that the allegedly unusual disappearances represent nothing unusual at all, and are instead best explained by non-mysterious causes such as falling or sudden health crisis leading to a lone person becoming immobilized, off trail, drowning, bear attack, environmental exposure, or even deliberate disappearance, which happened with a YouTuber that's been documented on YouTube.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that it was paranormal. I'm just saying that missing 411 shows that the woods is not a safe place to be, especially alone.
Oh, fair enough. I
that
think
was
that should be
that was the
common
point
sense.
I was going for.
I mean, that's common sense, no?
Guys.
Well, if you think it was, there'd be less people dying out there alone. People overestimate their capabilities too much.
True, that's true.
Guys, Casket has the munchies real bad.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
Ah, man, I don't know.
Wait, where's your big jug of the mixture?
It's right here.
I haven't seen you drink any of it recently.
Well, let's have a little drink, shall we?
Whoa.
Always remember, if you are in a situation where you have no food, never eat your arms or legs. You will lose more calories by losing your arm or your leg than you will gain by eating it.
Yes, don't eat your arms or legs. Eat your friends.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some munchies.
Uh-oh.
Man, Casket really. I want to see him get on Ozempic or one of those medications.
Yeah, we mentioned this. He's scared of needles, but then there's also a pill version of it.
Yeah, there is.
I told him to take this up with his doctor, but I think the crappy thing is though, it's covered if you're diabetic, but because Casket's pre-diabetic, it might not be covered.
The Casket should honestly just get testing.
But I looked into this.
Multiple doctors.
Like 6 months ago. Yeah, he should get
right. If he gets multiple second opinions, then at least one of them is going to say, "Hey, man, you're diabetic." You know.
I mean, yeah. Last time he went, he was like less than half a point away from being full diabetic. Like,
yes,
he's almost there. So, and hopefully, by the end of this year, you will be qualified to get it just from being obese, where you don't have to have diabetes yet. Which would be great.
Is that going to be changed this year?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So wait, did you guys know the Casket before this new mattress slept on a spring mattress?
Yep. Yeah. And then it went flat on him.
He still doesn't have bed sheets though, does he?
I don't think so. It's just the blankets and the pillows. Hello, man.
Yeah.
We need to get a poster for his room.
Yeah, that's for sure. Just multiple posters. I want to get him a Death Clock one. Jeff, I have a question for you since you like film and a historian. You
All right.
appreciate the lens flare from the lights on the right side of the screen?
They're pretty kino. I would say so.
Historian, you're being
If
pretty
he wanted
quiet.
to put something, if he wanted to put something in his wall, he could just move the beam board that I gave him. Is slightly off of the camera.
Yeah, is historian still listening? Because he's muted. I
Yeah.
want to get his input.
On that, I have no input. In fact, the only things I would say were to Casket, but now Casket is he's left. I think
But
it's.
yeah,
What do you think
it's
about
very
Casket's?
strange that-
Yeah, go ahead.
well, you go ahead. You probably have something better to say.
What do you think of Casket's movie review segments he's doing?
Well, I haven't seen that. I was.
Do you have any
surprised to
suggestions
hear-
of how it should go?
No, I was surprised to hear today that one already happened. Did I hear it right? That one already happened?
I recorded the Toy Story review with him. I just have to edit it down.
How do you think it went?
I think it went pretty good. He gave some interesting behind the scenes sort of tidbits about the movie that I thought was interesting. But this was just kind of like a test run. I'm going to try to get the format down right. Maybe try to get him to talk more.
Yeah, that's what I assume.
That's the hard part.
Yeah. That's
It's
what
not
you would
that hard.
imagine.
Really not that hard. All you have to do is just use voices and be goofy, and then he'll talk.
I was wondering
He's just a
how
child.
much I should
really.
open it up to like more serious films. I thought about getting him to watch Nosferatu. I thought that would be interesting.
The new one?
Bless you. Yeah, the new one. I think Jeff and I have both seen it.
I have not seen the new one.
It's quite good. I would say so.
I seen
Agreed,
the
I
old
think,
one. I thought it stank.
The 1920s version?
Yeah, I was not a fan of it, but I watched that a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have liked it more if you were in the 1920s.
Probably.
Did you see the Coppola version, historian?
No, I didn't even know. Oh, is that I saw that. In fact, I didn't even see it, but I saw kind of clips of that one weird,
Oh, look at that
very
plate.
strange.
The casket.
Drag-
Casket.
Right, but is he here?
He's still gone, I think.
Oh, he is here.
I'm back.
Oh.
Wait,
Welcome back.
lift up your plate so we can see what's in there.
Oh
got
my
pizza
god.
And French fries.
Wait, what?
The plate is
It's a
packed.
large
to the-
plate.
That is so
To the
much
brim.
food. Holy shit.
It's a paper plate.
It
Keep
is.
in mind, guys, he doesn't overeat at all. He doesn't.
I remember
That's
a
good.
beautiful quote by Krusty, which was that I believe Krusty said Casket has never had an average sized meal in his life.
Yeah, I mean, well, his perception of what a normal sized meal is, I would say, is probably on the larger end of what someone would eat in a meal.
That's not his fault though, right?
No, it's because in his perception is it's completely normal because that's what he's being taught to think is normal.
I remember
It's not until you go to another country where you realize how out of whack the American portion sizes are.
Well, yeah.
Like
True.
Japan's portion sizes are half of what America's are, maybe even less.
yeah.
Yeah. Which is why they're in much better health.
And yet, yeah, in America, it's what is it? About 70% of Americans are obese now. Wild.
What do you mean,
And
why?
a lot of it's sugar, like the big sugary drinks. I mean, if you take a look at any fast food meal, you take your hamburger, fries, drink. If you remove the drink, I'm not saying the hamburger and fries are good for you, but I think the hamburger and fries don't explain the obesity crisis. It's the sugar from like the giant extra large sodas and stuff like that.
Maybe.
Because Mexico has the same problem. I haven't checked the latest statistics, but they used to be like the second most obese country in the world. And it's because they don't have easily available drinking water, like from the tap. So everything they drink is from a bottle. And the cheapest things to drink from a bottle is Coca-Cola. So like they're the highest consumers of Coca-Cola in the world. Maybe like on par with the US. I'd have to look up the numbers.
Well, I mean, there is a lot of evidence that shows that high insulin levels directly results in obesity. Like there's a lot of evidence that shows that like your body can't burn its fat if your insulin's too high. If your blood sugar level's too high, then it can't burn the fat. So if it's constantly high, then you're never burning the fat on your body.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I have never seen in my life a guy so like, I have never seen somebody equally as fat as Cascade.
oh, fun fact, whenever we went to the beach, there was actually a dude that was like it almost double the size of Casket out there. Not even joking.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the beach in Florida?
Yeah. You remember that guy, Casket? Because you were like, I'm
Mm.
not the biggest guy on the beach. Yeah, he had at least 200 pounds on you.
Oh yeah.
Did Casket look at him like he was his rival or something?
Damn, Cass,
Well-
that shit looks good. Wait, I need to zoom in on that shit. It looks like it's pepperoni on top. What is that? Melted cheese on is that jalapeno?
What is
Is
that,
that
Casket?
pizza?
It's French bread pizza.
What's that green?
Oh, it's hamburger meat. It's not green.
Oh,
Is it homemade or do you get it in a
holy
package?
shit!
Homemade.
You're gonna eat that whole thing? That's a lot.
So you got French bread pizza and French fries, right?
Yep.
So
Casket,
I'm hearing carbs with a side of carbs. That's what I'm hearing.
I went to a local wine and liquor store, and I went in. This was soon after that podcast episode where he drank that whole bottle of wine.
Yeah.
I walk in and I'm like, "You guys have Liberty Creek red wine, 1.5 liters." Fortunately, they didn't.
Damn.
But I'm convinced I'll be able to find it.
Mm.
That would pair well with what you're eating right now.
Mm. I wonder where the distillery is for that brand.
No,
I know in my state you can buy them online.
Well, I guess yeah.
Some states don't allow that, but
Casket, did the following lyrics mean anything to you? Springtime for Hitler and America.
Yes.
Greenland and Canada are gay. What does that mean to you?
I broke out into a little song earlier.
Wait, did you say I'm gay?
How dare you call Jeff gay?
I need you to
Damn,
redact that poem for misinformation.
Redacted by ChatGPT AI. I just can't believe I just watched Casket just black hole that shit.
Casket, did you down that already?
Bro, did you not see that? He literally took the ends of the corners and he went, oh, and just put it right in his mouth. And I was like, holy shit, it just disappeared.
Bro, I blinked and it was gone.
It's
Yeah.
wild.
Casket,
Casket,
you would do
you-
so good on TikTok. Just
Why
make
don't you
videos
go-
of you eating?
Why don't you go to an fooding competition? You could at least make some money.
He would lose the eating competition. The best eaters are not. They're like
That's true.
average sized. Yeah.
Yeah, I will always remember I once saw a video of somebody going to like a Japanese restaurant, and when they were there, there was this like person that was a professional eater, and it was this super small Japanese girl, and she was eating this plate that was bigger than her head.
Oh my god.
Dang. Yeah, but he's a quick eater though. Casket can put it down fast.
I can. I really can.
Casket, you
Still,
said you had dinner already.
Yeah, but that
what are
was
the
like at one.
hobbits
That
called?
was like at 1 o'clock.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That's not dinner then.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be dinner.
So, Krusty, what's your schedule like this coming week?
Monday and Friday I'll completely be busy, but the rest of the week is flexible.
Wow. 'Cause I want you, me, and Casket to meet up.
Yep. Well, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, let me know.
Yeah, we can brainstorm, and then once you are in the studio, we can get those recordings. You send those files to me. And that way, we'll have like just so much content for podcast episode. And I'll share my screen so you can see like the Logic Pro, and then you can like, or we can like, I can tell you what's on the screen. We can direct. You can direct me what to do, or like what you want in terms of the sound.
Oh, it'll be great. It's gonna make for a
I do
really great
have.
episode.
I do have one thing I'd like to try.
Oh, what is that?
Well, in the song when the piano's going, dun, 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 dun,
Uh-huh.
I really want to. I just want to see Krusty lay down a track on top of that, also doing the same notes, and I just want to see how it sounds together.
Do you want me to do
Yeah.
only guitar, harmonica, or what?
The guitar.
Okay.
Wait, what type of guitars do you have?
I mean, I have acoustic, I have electric. I mean, that's really the main two types of guitars.
For sure. But do you have a way when you have the studio session, you can like plug the guitar in and use effects, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The soundboard that I have, I can have direct hook up to my mixer, which feeds right into my main device.
Beautiful. That way we can just match the vibe of the rock and roll vibe of the song, and your recordings will be much better.
Oh yeah, that's my plan. Yeah, I prefer my acoustic electric, my Martin D35. It's got the
Yeah, man.
Anthem
Whatever
2
you prefer,
pickups.
whatever you think you play best on.
Well, that's my favorite, and we can always add whatever effects on top of whatever I'm playing. We can make it sound like whatever. But I can, yeah, I'll do a direct feed, like so it's not going to be picking up acoustically. It'll be fully picked up.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can record from a grand piano. So that we can, instead of the piano, I mean, the piano sounds fine with the software instrument. It would obviously sound better if it was recorded live.
There would be more ambience.
Yeah. But that would be great, because then that way, like, every Saturday when we have the podcast episode, we hit that, and it's under 45 seconds, which is what Casco wanted. And so we play it, and then it ends with the fucking thump. Ah!
Yeah.
And then you hear Casket go, welcome to the Casket Crew podcast.
Yo, what everybody? Welcome to Casketking
What up?
podcast.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic. I'm excited about this, guys.
And we have more content on the way with Jeff and the movies. That'll be good.
So historian, let's hear more from the
Yes.
historian.
Yeah,
I actually have a
man,
question.
How you doing?
And I have a question for the historian and for Christy. Both of you.
Well, I don't have much to say. I think it's strange. I was going to say this earlier, but this is kind of the most unusual Casket King podcast I've seen so far, at least in that we've got almost no commenters, and I think the last comment was like over an hour ago.
Yeah, but we do have 7 viewers.
Yeah, we've retained
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
viewers for a while.
It's weird that they're
Yeah.
not. Nobody's
Well,
commenting.
Not everyone who
they
comments,
could be
not-
listening to us doing other things.
Plus,
And also
some commentators don't have the best intentions.
Yeah. But yeah, if any of you out there want your comments to be read, feel free to send a message.
Super
Wait, I
chat
wanna-
gets
in the
read,
comments.
guaranteed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Casket, tell them the idea that you said that if you have if you donate and you want a movie to be
Oh
Watch
yes,
and
I'm
reacting.
gonna be doing these like movie things where I'm like reacting to movies and reviewing them with Jeff. And if there's a movie you really want us to watch, if you donate like 30, $40, we'll put it on the list.
Very cool.
Yeah, so those listening in, you hear that? Direct words from the king.
Not only
Question
will
for
we
the
put on the
oh
list, it'll be the first one we do.
yeah.
So if you donate, that's the next movie we're doing.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah,
And
that's
again,
probably
and again,
fair.
to be clear, this money is no longer being used for a companion doll. It is going towards either the Switch 2 or Alice and Casket being together in person.
Well, I figure whatever money I have, I'm gonna use with me and Alice when she's here, and whatever I have left over, I just start saving for the Switch from that.
That's a beautiful thing. Beautiful. Um,
Agreed.
Historian and Krusty, I have a question for you. This also loops in Jeff and Casket. Jeff and I and Casket were talking before the podcast, and we came up with a great idea, and I want to run it by you guys. Wherein Casket starts doing more YouTube shorts with his Joker voice, and maybe I or AI generated Batman, and we just do like short clips, and then Jeff, what was that program or software you were going to use, Jeff?
Probably Mid-Journey or Stable
Yeah.
Diffusion, something like that.
Oh, Stable Diffusion. Okay, and then that way to generate like short little
Oh, we
comic
just
like
got a
animation.
dono
Oh,
from Jiggle Jess, number one hater. Can't join today. Work issues. Watching though. Thank you for the donation,
righty.
and thank you for
Thank you.
watching.
Let us know, Jiggle Jess,
Wow.
if you have a movie request. Let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been
Can I just
quite a
say,
consistent donator, so
Oh
we
yes.
appreciate
Who
it.
we
who
love you,
um
Jingle Jess.
who is Jiggle Jess in the server?
Thanks.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
He was on a call once. We
I'm
heard.
so
We
terrible
even
with
talked to him.
names.
Well, actually, we can see it in the throne room. Right? Throne room.
And also, for those of you who are listening in, feel free to share this out to wherever you think people would enjoy it the most.
So his name is Jesse, Jiggle Jess. He joined on the 23rd, so 2 days ago.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, Jingle Jess certainly a big fan.
Casket, you would be proud of me as a mod today. I was online and I saw someone post that fat ass comment in the message board and
Yeah,
tagged
I was
everyone.
just about to ban them when you got
Yeah, and I got to it. I was like, I deleted that message so quick. Like nobody needs to see
Wait,
it.
what did they
I
say?
didn't even see it.
Oh,
I
we had
saw
a
somebody
troll
came
come in
in.
using my
but-
screen name.
Ooh.
Yep,
I
I was
didn't even see
working
the
on the
message.
song. I was working on the recording of the song, right? And I'm like, I see that. I'm like, okay, let's nip this in the bud before anyone sees it.
Good call.
The
Good fucking
fastest
call.
gun in the West.
Wow.
Yeah. Awesome. Good catch.
Thank you. So again, Krusty and the Historian, what do you think of the idea of Casket for content doing like the short, really like short, like 20 seconds or less, Joker voices with like the animated parts of Jeff?
Krusty, do you want to start?
I'm down for that. But what I think Casket needs to do, he needs to make a freaking TikTok and just record him eating his normal meals in under a minute. People are going to be like, how the fuck did he do that?
No, don't do that though, because remember he's gonna fall into what Hungry Fat Chick finds herself in, where she has to do
True.
food thing for content. So that's not what we want.
True. But no, I like the idea. I like his Joker voice.
I do think that like every now and then he should just show like how he can just like scarf down that pizza.
Jeff, we have a movie to add to the list.
Okay, what's the movie?
A movie called The Forbidden Zone.
Oh, I've heard the name of it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I might have even seen that.
There are boobs in the movie though. Oh,
Well, we
they
can
got
edit
my
that part
attention.
out.
Can I join the call then?
Well, Jeff, can I ask this about the movie? From what I've heard, do we only hear Casket talking, or are you going to edit like clips of the movie in when he's talking about that clip?
He'll be reacting to the clips in real time. so you'll know what he's reacting to.
Oh, that is really good. That
That's
will
good.
be a great, yeah.
And Jeff, what is the screen setup going to be like? Is it going to be like Cask in the corner, Cask in the main screen? How are you going to between the
Casket's on the main screen, and then the movie clips will be in the top right corner.
Okay, but not too
There's
small.
like a
that's
bunch of empty
so
space
good.
there. Yeah, not too small. No.
Not small,
Okay,
okay,
that's
cool.
good. That's good. Yeah, as long as it's like primarily casket, there's no copyright issues. Clean
And the time
content.
is almost like 10
Yeah,
minutes
like we
under,
did a
right?
whole movie, and it's probably gonna be like a 20-minute movie or video.
Yeah, where it's been clipped or cut up.
Yeah, condensed
Yeah.
down.
Wait, as long as the content is,
You know what would
it
be
has to be
funny?
10 minutes under.
You should do a thumbnail for the video of Casket as Buzz Lightyear.
Wait,
I
Casket
think
is what?
Casket should draw it.
Buzz Lightyear.
It's Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, Casket.
Remember
Wait,
when
Casket,
someone
do that
made
right now.
that picture of us, Casket? With me and you, I forget who was Woody and who was Buzz, but someone who made that picture. I can't remember.
I think I remember that
Gosh, I
picture.
can't remember if it wasn't, he who should not be named. Then I don't know who it could have been.
Somebody made a picture of me and him as Buzz and Woody. It's somewhere on the server.
Casket. Does this conversation strike any inspiration to you as a Microsoft Paint artist?
I do love Microsoft Paint.
I would love to see you draw a picture of you as Buzz Lightyear. You think you could do that?
Right now?
Doesn't have to be right now. Just an idea for the future.
Yeah, we could totally do that in the future.
I wish I could see you draw a picture of the plate that you just ate, Casket, in Microsoft Paint. But in terms of that question, I'll say this in terms of Casket doing shorter content. If you've ever seen the content that I do with Casket when I'm on my own or when we're on our own, it's very long form content. And I hope in the future to bring that back. I have kind of some ideas
Yeah, man,
that
let's do it.
maybe even tomorrow, but it's just Casket's on such a weird schedule. I don't even know if I want to tell a different story, but Casket is on such a different schedule than me that he gets up so late and I get up kind of so early that it's hard. Especially now when Casket's such a he's such a commodity. Everybody's interested. I think a long time ago, years ago even, I remember people saying like, Casket, what does it feel like that you have such a fan base? And it's only grown since then. And nowadays, Casket's his days are filled, I assume, with a lot of fans interacting with him, which I don't know was the case before, recent years. What do you feel like today?
That's
I mean, it
interesting.
really
Why do you
feels like.
say? Sorry.
But I mean, I was just going to ask, and I wasn't even directing it this way, but I thought, hey, maybe Casca might say something interesting. But it just seems like you're getting more and more popular. You have more and more fans. Like, what does it feel like today? Do you feel more? I mean, what is this fame? Obviously, you had.
I mean, the fame is nice. I'll say that. But at the end of the day, what I'm happy about most is that I've got some good friends and I get to fucking hang out with them.
God, I'm gonna
I'm fucking the boy.
Yeah, right. And somebody else had been messaging and saying, "Can I join later?" And then they didn't, and I don't know what happened with that. But it's certainly, I don't want to make anyone think that it's a closed group, because if anyone else wants to join, I think Casca would agree.
There is some context though that you're missing out.
Yeah, I agree with Queso on that.
No, okay.
Jeff knows as
Well,
well.
I don't know about that.
Well, when it comes to being on the podcast, there is, because we can't let a rando come in here and start dropping N-bombs. You know what I mean?
Wait a second. Wait a second,
Well,
Krusty. You of all people cannot be saying that, bro. You
Listen,
want to post the Discord link all the time in the YouTube comments.
What? No. If they want to come into the Discord, yes. But if they want to come into like the actual podcast room, like the one we're in right now, no. They have to be in the hangout room, and we have to get to know them first. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. I think other versions.
It's like Lennon's been on the podcast, I think, and that's because we got to know him.
Yeah, like Lynn.
Yeah.
Oh, and Blump,
Yeah,
right?
both of
Yeah.
them are good examples.
I thought we were in the hangout room, but okay, now I see we're in
No,
the
we're
No,
in
casket
Casper's
room.
room.
yeah, it
Okay.
is a closed group. It is.
This is like the Oval Office.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I was before when I came in, I thought it was this funny moment where there was this in crowd and there this in group and this out group. And I thought it was very funny that it's like, wow, that's why I was bringing up this kind of fame thing, that a lot of things have changed, I think, in the last year, where now all of a sudden there's like an in group and an out group in the casket verse. And that's funny in and of itself. But yeah, I see how that makes sense. I think that person who were they commenting on YouTube or in the Discord, but I think we've heard from them before and talked to them, maybe not on live, but yeah, live stream is certainly very different than recording videos. And I've certainly recorded a lot of videos with Casket that actually Casket put the kibosh on, and they never got uploaded. So it's tough, you know.
The
So
one
I
video that I
understand.
know you recorded with him that I wish he would have put up is the one where you made him read Shakespeare. I think that would have been a great
Oh,
video
we
to
didn't
put up.
record that.
Oh, you should have recorded it. That would have been cool.
Yeah,
Wait, wait.
Casket always says he hates reading anything. Like he hates reading something out loud, and he
He
does
says
not
he's
like that.
he says he's dyslexic, but then when he reads something, he reads it perfectly.
I agree with you.
I don't know how you
He
could
does
say that.
read
I
very
do a
That's
well.
not
horrible
true.
job.
I've heard him read things incorrectly many times.
I mean, it's okay. His spelling is worse than his reading. His
Oh
reading
yeah,
is
my
pretty good.
spelling is way
Um,
worse.
okay, that's a fair
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, but his spelling has gotten much
I have
better.
only seen Casket write the name of my country correctly once.
Damn. That's
That's
sad
most
because I always
Americans, though.
Google it to try and make sure I get it right.
Dang.
Fucking funny.
God damn it.
No, not a
Damn
you.
it, Bobby. God damn it, Bobby.
We touched on the topic of Bigfoot and those paranormal things. What do you think about Casket? Do you ever watch the show Unsolved Mysteries?
Oh, I used to love watching that show.
I mean, if I remember, they did cover some paranormal stuff, but a lot of it was just like murders and disappearances and stuff.
Yeah, but
And I was
every once
always
in a while
more.
there'd be some spooky shit on there.
I never liked the. Maybe you gravitated towards the spooky ones, but I like the ones that were more tangible, like a missing person, because I know something
No.
happened.
Well, the thing is, dude, you're talking to somebody who is very, like, 100% sure they've seen ghosts in their real
I
life.
know,
Like, I don't know
and
if
I
I've
still
told this story
dispute
on the
this.
podcast, but when I was 5 years old, my grandmother died, and it was days after the funeral. We were at her house and we were emptying it out because people were taking the furniture. And we stayed there for the night, and I was sitting on this bed and I was watching TV, and I turn off the TV and I see a reflection in the TV, and I look behind me and it's my grandma, and she's like translucent, and it scared the shit out of me, and I ran to my parents. And I can't remember what I said, but whatever I said must have been pretty damn convincing, because they went looking like hardcore.
But
Damn.
this is at 5 years old.
Yeah.
Memories at 5 years old are so hazy. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just my memory, but my memories at 5 years old are extremely hazy, and I wouldn't be able to like retell what I saw
I don't know. I can
accurately.
remember back to two.
What? I have to throw that into question.
Yeah, I remember sitting on the floor playing with blocks. I had my Ron McDonald balloon. We had a dog, and my dad was sitting there playing with blocks with me.
Damn,
Yeah,
crazy.
Casket. I remember asking Casket his earliest memory, just as the historian, and trying to record it. And I think it was. I remember when he said like Ronald McDonald balloon, and that's part of the story I remember. But I agree with Krusty when he said, "What?" Because I don't know. It's hard to think of anything at 2 years old. I think of another interesting person who had said, in fact, even earlier, Suzanne Muldowney, the underdog woman. I can't remember if this was in her documentary, and she has an interesting documentary, or just in something else. But when she was talking about her memories, she was talking about basically being a newborn, and that her memories stretch back to being a newborn. And I agree with Krusty and Jeff that I don't know, maybe we have misapprehensions, but certainly I can't even think of anything that happened before I was 10 like that. I can like see in my mind and
I don't know. There
recount it
are
in
those
terms of that.
people who are born and can literally remember everything about their life.
But those are usually
Casket
savants.
is built different. That is
But you don't
true.
remember those people remember
Well,
like
yeah, I don't
every
remember
day.
everything, but I am saying that there are people like that that can remember. Oh, I remember being born because
Yeah,
it
but
goes back
those
that
are the
far.
exceptions.
Spectrum.
That's not the rule. Those are the exceptions.
That's true.
Exactly.
So, Casket, if
I
you
don't know.
believe in
Takes
I
ghosts,
feel like
what,
your brain will try to do its best so you don't remember when you were born.
so Casket, would you be interested in visiting a haunted house, or would you be apprehensive because you actually think it could be haunted?
I would I would love to go to Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum because the museum itself is actually made from a haunted house.
Damn, we need to send you to the Cecil Hotel.
I would
It's in
Oh,
love to go to the
California,
fucking
though.
Cecil Hotel.
Do you know
I know
much
those
about
people.
the? I know like who is that serial murderer who stayed there
The
for
Night
like a couple
Stalker?
weeks? The Night Stalker, I think it was. Yeah, I guess that hotel has a history.
And then there was the
Would you
Where's
girl
ever
this
in
go
the
there?
hotel?
water tank.
This
Where
is
is
in
this
LA.
hotel? Oh, in LA,
Uh,
fuck, Casket's never going to get to that. You better find haunted places in Florida.
I mean, didn't wait, Cassie? You said you want to visit Salem, though.
I would love to visit Salem.
Let me know if you ever go. I'll meet you there.
What I'm
yeah,
thinking
man.
about, okay, let's try to find something within 50 miles of Tampa. How about that? Let's start small and work our way up.
Let me Google this.
What about the Annie doll? Isn't that doll close to you, Casket?
You're thinking of Robert the doll. He's he's at the very bottom of my state on those
Oh,
islands.
damn. Never
Cassie,
mind.
what about Ron DeSantis' house?
I don't know. We can drive there. We don't even have to take a boat. There's a bridge.
Dude, just east of Casket City, basically on the outskirts, is Sir Henry's Haunted Trail, which looks like it actually has a haunted house that you can go inside. This would
Is
probably be like an hour drive from him, maybe
is
less.
it one of those commercially scared things, like, or is it like have actual history?
Ooh, it could be a little bit commercialized.
That's what I was wondering too, Krusty.
Krusty, I just thought of something we could do when we're hanging out with the four of
But
us. We should do the whole creepy fucking Randonautica thing where it's like, go to this location. And it's always like some creepy shit.
do they still have that?
Yeah.
Hmm.
We should totally fucking do that, man. We just have to want something like really creepy.
I got to do some research. I got to figure out what's the most haunted stuff around you, like legitimate, quote unquote
Yeah,
legitimate.
We go
the first
looking to
three,
the
the first three
go
results I
looking at
found
whatever you
were
see.
all commercialized kind of places, like their amusement parks. That
Oh
kind
wait,
Yeah,
of.
wait,
screw that.
are you using Google though?
Yeah, I just googled
Everybody,
haunted houses near
Yeah, but
Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, you
Google
should be
search is
using
whack.
AI 0.0.
Yeah,
No,
use literally.
no, but
I
you
would use
haven't
ChatGPT.
noticed
I can.
how Google search has decreased in quality.
I don't use Google that often, but yeah, let me fire up ChatGPT. How should I prompt it? Show me haunted
Like
houses
or same
near
locations.
Tampa.
Yeah, try
Haunted
locations.
Yes,
locations near Tampa that have a history and are not a commercial
Wow,
amusement park.
you're very
Yes.
fast typer.
Casket. Casket. What would the
Yes.
Joker say? What would the Joker say in a haunted house?
Oh God, Batman! This house is haunted.
What would Whitey say?
Oh Jesus! Oh, the ghost is making me have another seizure. Oh.
He would say
Okay.
that.
Okay, the first result is within the city of Tampa. It's called the Cuban Club, and it also says Ybor City. I don't know what that is. Built in
It's a city
1917
not
as a
far from here.
okay, so it's kind of on the outskirts. Built in 1917 as a social club for Cuban immigrants, the Cuban Club features a grand ballroom, theater, and cantina. Over the decades, there have been reports of disembodied voices, piano music playing when no one is present, and apparitions wandering the historic ballroom. It's considered one of Ybor City's most famous haunted landmarks. You could go to that
Ooh, I
casket.
think I've actually heard of that place.
You know what? I think that one of those ghost shows went there because that sounds very familiar.
It's a
That
shame
could
the
be a
ghost shows
fun
get paid
place to
still.
check out.
Yeah, that could be.
What is option B?
Option B is also Cuban, I think. Don Vicente de Ybor Historic Inn. Originally the Gonzalez Clinic in the early 1900s, this inn was later converted into a boutique hotel. Staff and guests have reported seeing shadowy figures, lights flickering, and unusual noises, often attributed to the building's days serving patients. Its old world architecture adds to the eerie atmosphere. That could be
Unusual
interesting.
noises. Unusual noises. That's just the janitors fucking.
Yeah, unusual noises is so vague.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the
That's
water
funny.
heater
I mean,
was
I make
being
unusual
loud the other
noises.
day. It actually looks nice though, the outside of it. It's probably expensive to book a room for the night though.
That would be a great place to actually have a room at a haunted actual hotel room.
That'd be great.
Casket, when Alice comes, why don't you book a room in a haunted place?
Might just have to.
This place looks nice.
Although we want a place with a jacuzzi.
Okay, I think this doesn't have jacuzzi. It does come with a free complimentary apparition though, if that's in your interest.
Nice.
Dang. All right, cool. So there's a couple of options around you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Casket, do you think The Boy in the Striped Pajamas is a comedy movie?
I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
I was talking to you.
Do I think The Boy in the Striped Pajamas is a comedy movie?
Yes.
You talking to me? Are you talking to me?
No, he's talking to me.
You
I
know
don't think
me.
it's a comedy.
I know.
I heard
I
it
say
had
that while
smoking reviews.
laughing.
Yeah. Just a little joke.
I heard recently something, and I can't remember it at all. I didn't commit it to memory, but it was like something very weird about the writer of that movie that he or she, I don't even remember, went on to write something like very strange, maybe even like strange fan fiction, or they did something very weird, but honestly, I can't remember the particulars of that at all. I should have brought it up, but I don't know.
Okay.
I've never seen the movie.
Oh yeah, I've seen the movie.
Interesting. Well, we can't have there be dead silence. That's one thing we
Actually,
can't
I
have in a
disagree. I
podcast.
disagree. I actually disagree. I am of the opinion that dead air sometimes spurs Casket's best ideas.
Wow. We've got a comment by Jingle Jess, #1 hater, who asks, "Why is Casketking the only one brave enough to show his face?"
Oh, I have been in plenty of his crap in the past. My
Yeah,
Yeah.
face
that's
is well
true.
known. My face is
Yeah,
well known in the
you have your
community.
own YouTube channel. Yeah, you're fine.
Exactly. Exactly.
I will say I video call with Casket one on one, but I will never show my face on a podcast.
I haven't shown my face because I'm wanted in 3 states at the moment.
Nice. How much is the award? No, no reason. Just curious.
Not too much.
Oh,
Wait,
well,
what's
Well,
not
I
I
too
mean,
don't
much
know.
okay.
for
I don't
you?
know what kind of award you'll get, but when I turn them in for the reward, I think I'll be doing pretty good.
Oh, what? How incredible a casket to
Yeah,
say
Casket just
award and
burned me.
reward.
Yeah,
Right.
Casket just burned me. Good job, bud. You got that one.
I rolled a 20.
You did.
Every once
So
in a while, I'll say
Casket
something worth saying.
Casket really showed why he's the king.
that's for real.
Hmm.
Casket will never
Sometimes
give
the
any of
king needs
us.
to lay down the law
Agree.
occasionally, and he just did
Agree.
it.
But just so you know, historian, the king will never give any of us the roll of a 20 because that means he'll only roll ones.
Why? Why do you say that? I've never heard
Because
that before.
well, he says he only rolls ones and 20s, and so I said, "Can you lend me a rolling of a 20 at least a couple times?" And he said, "I would, but that means I would only roll ones."
Yeah,
Not
that's
true,
true.
Casket? Is that true or no? Or no?
That is true.
You withhold the 20s to your subjects.
Look, if it wasn't that bad, if it wasn't always a 1, I would totally give out my 20s.
Damn. Damn.
If it was like,
Interesting. Do you
oh,
think?
there's a chance it might be a 10 or a 15 this time, it's like, okay, have a 20.
You get a 20, and you get a 20, and you get a 20.
What do you think's been your like ever best 20 moment? Where you're like, dude, this is gonna suck, and then all of a sudden it's the best thing ever.
I don't know, rolling a 20 has saved my ass a couple of times from like dying.
So you save all of your 20s for medical expenses. That's your health care.
Yeah.
My health care is rolling 20s.
That's why I like playing. That's why I like playing the cleric, so I can heal people.
Damn.
Yeah, I thought that was
That-
funny when Krusty was asking about like what people wanted to be in AI, and Casca said, "Oh, I'll be the cleric," and he used that term. I thought that was how Casket, how great.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh come on! Don't you think it suits me, a religious healer?
I do.
That's true.
I
uh,
do.
Casket is very religious. That's absolutely true. I think when I first met him, he was not
Oh,
religious,
when we first met,
but
I was an atheist.
right.
Hmm.
But now he has divine revelation all the time.
wow.
Yeah, it's a part of who he is.
Can't spare any divine revelation.
Casket,
Has,
would you ever get an like a tattoo on your eye?
Oh God, no,
have you seen that plankton tattoo on the eye?
no, I haven't.
Oh god, let me send it to you. It's just so bad. Find it.
Mm.
But in the meantime, Casket, I sent you a short, very short tier list maker for.
Oh, tier list. Let's see what we got here.
I wanted to find one that was short and not too long. So this one's just a bunch of different types of drinks.
Okay, we've got Gatorade. Depending on the flavor, that's A B territory. I'm gonna throw it in A.
Oh, I don't think we can see your screen, can I?
No, but
There's
that's
yeah.
why I'm narrating it.
Fair enough.
We got lemon lime soda. That's S tier for me because I fucking love 7 Up. Fruit punch just makes me remember childhood parties. So that's S tier. Water, B tier because It's only good sometimes if it's hot. Lemonade. I fucking love lemonade. It's going into A tier.
We lost Krusty as well, I should
Yeah,
say.
hopefully that was just accident.
Well, I'm sure he'll be back. Next up,
Casket,
we've
did you
got.
ever find the Shirley Temple Sprite?
No, I never did.
Damn.
What is Casket? Can you explain? Because I don't even know. Why is this? I remember this being like a thing in your universe, but I never heard about this outside of it. Why is Shirley Temple Sprite like a big thing?
Well, I really wanted to try it because I like pomegranate and I like cherry and I like the 7 Up.
But you never could. You could never get it.
No, I could never find it in store.
Hmm. Why? Why do companies do that where they say, "Hey, try this," but then no? Why do companies gatekeep their own products,
Yeah, I know. I
Casket?
fucking hate that.
Hmm.
Oh
I
god, I
don't get
just
it.
saw the
Continue.
tattoo.
What are your thoughts on that, Casket?
That's horrifying. Although I would say, if I ever lost my eye, I would get like a really cool prosthetic eye.
Be cool, like a cybernetic one.
No, I mean like I would have like a Millennium Eye made and start going to tournaments wearing sunglasses. And just when I'm about to fucking fuck with them, I take off my sunglasses. It's like, fool, look what I got.
Oh my god, Casket! I know the first thing you would install on that eye as a DLC.
What?
You put a DLC where you can see anyone naked.
You mean X-ray? Yeah, I probably
Yeah.
would.
uh, right, how are we doing on the time for the podcast?
We're going 2 hours, 6 minutes.
Great. Thank you. We've actually retained a pretty strong viewership count
Yeah, we've still got
steadily
6
throughout.
viewers.
Oftentimes it would drop to like 2, but not anymore.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
What's it like living in Florida, Casket?
99% of the time it's just way too hot. That's
Is it a
why,
dry heat?
out of
Or is
all, no, it's a very wet heat, which makes it worse.
it...
Yeah, that's why you've only ever seen me streaming with clothes on once, man. That's when I was wearing my sweater the other day.
I remember when you were streaming once and you didn't realize you were just wearing your underwear.
Dude, I tried to get Casket to put a shirt on for the movie review and it wasn't happening.
Let's show some class, Casket.
Alright,
At least
we'll get some nipple coverings.
you should get your nipples pierced at this
Oh
point.
god, no, I don't want to get my nipples pierced.
What if you got like a Death Clock t-shirt? Would you be more likely to wear a shirt during the podcast and stuff?
I guess, maybe.
So, Casket, I think Jeff and I are interested in getting you some things for your setup, on the walls and shit.
Yeah, we need to fill your wall with some posters.
Yeah, I do.
At least one
Only
of the
like,
walls.
what your top 3 artists? That's an easy 3 posters right there, right?
Death Clock, Ozzy Osbourne, Bowling for Soup.
There you go. 3 posters right there.
Bowling for Soup is in your top 3.
I love Bowling for Soup.
Wow. I feel like I've told you a Bowling for Soup song that I like, and I feel like you said you hadn't heard of it.
Really? Because I've got so much Bowling for Soup songs on my playlist.
Do you know, and just let me look this up so that I'm not saying the song wrong. Okay. It's called Ohio, but then the subtitle's like Come Back to Texas. And it's by Bowling for Soup. Have you heard that, Casket?
No, I don't think I have. I don't have it on my playlist.
Right. That's the Bowling for Soup song that I like, and I talked to you about that before, and yeah, you hadn't heard that, but that's if Bowling for Soup is in your top three, that's certainly one you might listen to.
I just know that in my music collection, Bowling for Soup, Death Clock, and Ozzy Osbourne all have the most tracks.
Seems like Bowling for Soup is the odd man out there, but I don't know. I don't know much about Bowling
What
for
can I
Soup.
say? I still like punk rock.
Casket's a punk.
Like I like punk rock. I like Bowling for Soup. I like the Sex Pistols. You know.
Is is there some is am I hearing it wrong, or is there something wrong with Queso's audio right now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of going all
Yeah.
squiggly.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's an Animal Crossing character, kind of.
Speaking of punk rock, I saw like a very old camcorder clip of Green Day performing at their high school. And it was just so weird because they weren't like a well-known band at the time. When I think of like people from my high school performing, it's talentless. So it's just weird to see like someone actually put a good song out at their high school.
Casca, you have to respond for 1 minute straight to what Jeff
Yeah.
just said. And no one can talk, but you just have to talk for a minute.
Wasn't really a question, more of a comment, really. But
Well, Casca has to go off of it for a minute straight. It's going to be a little difficult, but
Casca,
Casket's
what
the
do you think of
king.
early punk?
No, no, no. He's really got to just comment for a minute about what you said
All
about
right.
high school talent shows.
I was never in a talent show. We never had a talent show. I always thought if I was in a talent show, I would do like jokes and stuff, but
Casket, the comedian.
I don't think it would have turned out very well.
This reminds me of a video I tried to make Casket make called Diapers. In fact, he did make it, but people hated that. And I don't even think Casket liked it, but
I
he
thought it
had
was kind
said,
of
"Oh,
funny.
it was." I thought it was kind of funny too, but he said, I think the video, can you recreate the video right now and say what you said then?
No, I can't even remember what I said.
It was like, I don't wear a diaper. I don't know any parents with newborns, and just like I have nothing to say. And the video ended, and people in the comments were like, "Why are you posting this crap? You know, like
Hold on.
if you don't have any."
I've got a message here. I'll donate $2 if any of you know what keys you gotta press to exit VIM.
I don't know.
I don't know what that means, but I thought I would throw it out there for Jiggle Jess.
If it were up to me and Casket, he would not get the $2. Jeff Queso, Alice Bear Trap.
So,
How do you
can you hear me?
exit VIM? Yes, now we can.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry for the earlier audio issues. I stepped outside to smoke a J. In the King's
VIM,
Honor.
the text editor?
Wow.
I don't know what VIM is.
I'm not sure either.
All right.
Ooh, Casket. That was $2 floated in front of your face that you're not gonna get. Can you give a response to that? Like you're really sad, even if
I
you
mean, it
aren't
is
really
what it
sad.
is. Oh well, but at least I tried.
Can Can you do a role play where you're really sad and you're like you're taking food out of my mouth and you're like really
No, because then
sad?
people are gonna clip that, and I don't want people to think I'm like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
maybe that's.
historian. Remember when you went through your phase where you kept asking us to be like,
Oh yeah, they say the text editor.
"Oh, the text editor."
Okay. That's some Linux shit, though. Or maybe it's on Mac. I can't remember.
But what I was saying. What was I saying?
Why do you just laugh, Casket?
Because we're both stoned.
Because Casket, we'll have 1v1 calls and we'll be like, wait, what were we just talking about?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we get stuck because we don't remember like 30 seconds ago.
Casket reminds me of a Muppet in this moment, but I can't remember what Muppet.
Crusty said, sorry I
Oh,
had to split. It's okay, man.
Oh man, yeah.
historian, are there any posters you would like to see or any decorations in terms of Casket setup that you'd like to see?
I think it should be a mix of things, like maybe one music poster, one movie poster, one something like gaming related. I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've talked about it before in that and it wasn't me saying this, but initially Jeff had kind of been saying like, hey, there were a lot, there's a lot more to those lights. And Casket said, oh yeah, I need to bring them up more. And that was like, it was certainly last year. It might have even been like November or whenever he
It's a
got these lights, but
it's a year-long project. He's working on it.
this is a very long project. Personally, no, I don't know any posters, but I would just say if this is the corner, which is obviously going to be the corner, maybe just like go crazy with the lights, string them up all in the corner, and
Yeah,
then
I
you'll
was
have.
there in real time for the initial installation of the lights, and
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he got up to put them on. He had one arm up and he was just kind of sticking it around the wall.
Oh, I just picture that in my head. That's so funny.
Yeah, Jeff certainly. I've heard some things, but I can't even remember. But I've heard some things certainly where. Oh no! And one of the things I remember is I think it was dealing with the lights as well, where you were saying that you had heard or you had seen Cass could give a preview to the room he's in now, and obviously he never has publicly before. But Jeff, in his own ways, has seen a lot of things and is privy to a lot of information that I am not in the
You sound like
Casket
I've been through
universe.
World War II.
Well, to be
Seen a lot
fair,
of things.
to be fair, neither of you are part of the D Club.
Yeah, that's true.
Neither am I.
I feel
I
like
don't.
Casket should put
Well,
up more lights, though, even if it's not in the
Well,
camera's
I still
view.
have more lights on this. I still have more lights on this reel that I need to put up.
Yeah, just put them like all around the ceiling perimeter of your room, because even if they're out of frame, it's still going to, the term ambient occlusion.
Uh-huh.
It'll produce some, soft lighting, even if it's off camera.
Some sensual lighting.
Yeah.
And Jeff's like, no. A casket. What casket? I noticed you're not wearing socks tonight.
No, I'm not.
Tell us more. What makes you choose between socks on and socks off?
I hate socks.
But other
I'm
times
with
you've
you,
been
big
wearing
man.
them. Other times you've been wearing it on live stream.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
wow, I've never noticed that.
sometimes I don't have a choice. Sometimes I have to wear socks.
Okay. Oh.
Hey, it's better for circulation. Faux show, Casket.
Oh,
No,
show. I haven't heard that in a
it's
fucking
usually
minute.
because I've gone somewhere that day.
Hmm.
Oh,
Remember how decades ago
like
faux show was the constant?
like
Faux
that
show.
haunted house near you
Dude, you should
that
go
you were talking
Casket.
about
Make
earlier.
a YouTube video about it.
I would love to.
Do you remember, Casket? Can you tell the story? I had sent you the picture of an Urkel doll, and then you said Urkel, and you spelled it wrong, and I thought it was funny. And then I sent you this picture of this other doll, and we were talking about it. Can you tell that story at all? Because it was related to it being a haunted doll.
I do remember this story, but
Hmm.
I, oh man,
You remember it, but you don't remember it.
I remember it
How
happening, but I
true.
don't remember being there.
What if I use the word mouth?
Nah, it doesn't ring any bells.
Really? I'm kind of surprised. But yeah, we were. I was showing Casket kind of a picture of this doll, and I was saying, what if, what if I had sent you this doll and it was a haunted doll, and you woke up one morning and it was in your mouth?
Oh
And he had said,
yeah.
right, can you tell that story?
I kept having
You
to
tell
like try
that.
and get rid of the doll because like for some reason when I wake up the doll is in my mouth.
Right. Right. And Casket, he was like, I was like, what if I gave you this doll and it was a haunted doll? It was
Wait,
just this weird looking doll. And but yeah, I said like, what if I gave you this doll? And initially, I just sent it as a picture, and Cass was like, I don't know what is from, and I was like, it's not from anything. It's just kind of a weird looking doll. And I said, what if I gave you this, and then one morning it was just in your mouth? And Casket said I would like lock it up and I would put it in the freezer or something. And he said all these things, and then I said, what if you did all this stuff and then the next morning it was in your mouth? And Kaz was like, in my mouth. And I was like, yeah, what if it's in your mouth? And he was like, well, I would just like destroy it or I would get rid of it. And I said, well, you've
wait.
tried so hard to get a haunted doll. Like, once you finally got a haunted doll, that you have kind of proof that it's a haunted doll, and it just keeps coming back to you in your
That's a
mouth.
great idea.
But Casket just kept saying, like, no, I would get rid of it, I would destroy it. And I thought it was really weird because anyone who's been along, or even anyone who's a kind of a hardcore fan, remembers the haunted doll saga where Casket tried to create his own haunted doll. But when push comes to shove, Casket does not really want a haunted doll, in my opinion.
I think the first time I watched his channel was when he was doing the Hunter Doll.
Wow, that was kind of late. I thought you were earlier than that, but yeah. That was Casket. Can you tell? And I think there's going to be a story here. The haunted doll video was almost the strangest video because you talked about like cutting a wart off of your body and putting it into the doll. Can you talk about that
Ew.
at all?
Yeah, that
I'm trying to.
happened.
Ugh.
It wasn't a
Can you
wart
tell that
though.
story? Can you tell the story from the beginning in terms of that growth, whatever that was?
I don't know, it's just a growth on the back of my leg that was held on by like a tiny bit of skin.
Disgusting.
It was like really
And what
tiny.
happened? And what happened then? How does that go into the haunted doll? What happened?
I fucking manned up and cut it off with a really sharp knife.
Oh,
Yeah. You know what I'm surprised about during this stream? That you haven't said Lil Man once.
That's correct.
Is he asleep?
Yeah, he's asleep.
Oh, that's why. So he's more active like in the mornings, afternoons.
Well, he sleeps with my mom most of the night. Sometimes he comes in here.
Lil Man. I miss Lil Man.
I learned that Casket has never been to an arcade in his life, which I thought was strange because I thought like he's from the same era as me, that most teenagers have gone to arcades at least once.
Yeah, I never had that opportunity.
It's a shame. Well, maybe we could
I guess you're
change
not
that.
missing out on much, but I thought that was
Wait,
interesting.
Casket, what was this about you being interested in getting a used wheelchair?
Yeah, I was thinking about getting a used wheelchair.
Tell us more.
Yeah, I was gonna try pimping it out.
What would
Yeah,
you?
decorate it.
What would be the practical uses of it? What do you think? Where do you think it would go with the wheelchair?
Well, I would like to be able to make it a wheelchair to where I can walk while sitting. You know what I mean?
Walk while sitting.
Rusty's trying. His brain is like
I mean,
frying.
you'll have to use your arms still to
He doesn't
use the
want the
wheel.
stirrups, I think is what he means. He doesn't want those foot guards.
Yeah, exactly. I would have to remove those,
Uh-huh.
lower the chair maybe a little bit, so I can walk while sitting. That way I can still work my legs while my back is resting. Because it's not my legs that give out, it's my fucking back. And if I just and I could just walk with the chair, and if I had to turn or something, I just use my arms and shit. It's like okay, gotta turn now. You know.
I love that. I love how you just showed us what you would do.
Look, I'm fucking big.
Me too. I'm about to take another hit.
I don't know. I don't see people using wheelchairs in that way though, where they're like
I have.
partially for real.
Yeah, I
Florida?
have.
Well, I support the idea. Just as long as if it gets you to get more sunlight and just be more mobile, I support it. As long as you're doing it safely. How much does a used wheelchair go for?
I don't know. Let me check Craigslist.
There's a little bit of Tony's blood on it, but
Yeah, my grandma died in here, but whatever.
My grandma died in this wheelchair. We're still
Is
selling
this
it for $50.
his spirit still sticks to the chair, like the smell of cigarette smoke.
I can still hear her voice every time I sit on it.
Saying, "Casket, eat the fucking AI pastrami."
Jesus, this one's $750. That one's electric. I'm not looking for an
Electric
electric
wheelchair.
one. This one's
Why? Why?
100. This one's 50. Oh, we just got a super chat. Sorry for dangling $2 like that earlier. I respect you, Casket. Work on yourself, Daily King. Even lifting a weight, laying down is the little steps. Well, thank you, Jiggle Jess. No hard feelings about it. Thank you for the $5.
That was a great comment, Jiggle Jess. I appreciate it.
Let's see here. This wheelchair is $50. This one's 100. 50.
50. Does the 100 one look like it's better quality or higher quality?
No, they look about the same. This one's. Let's see. This one is 150. This one's 250. So I can get a decent chair for $100.
It's awesome. I wonder if you could put you could set it up wherein you attach like a little tiny tripod to the chair so it can record while you're in it or something, like a way to record
I
in the
don't
chair.
see why not.
That way you can just record you'll have content when you're out and about. What are your thoughts on that,
Can you-
Jeff? Getting a camera.
A
Oh, yeah,
camera
I
for
also-
going out and about.
I also
Then
want to
I
put
worry that,
a holder on there for my cane just in case I have to get up.
Point. If there's
Yeah.
no ramp, even though there should be.
Are there any interesting places you can wheel to, like from your house, or is it more of a thing where like your mom would drive you somewhere, then you take the wheelchair out of the car and sort of move around?
Yeah, what about
What's kind
park,
of
like
interest?
a local park or something?
I mean, yeah, there's all sorts of stuff I've always wanted to do, but I just never can. Like, the Strawberry Festival's coming up. The Florida State Fair is coming up. I mean, stuff like that I've always wanted to do.
What's the Strawberry Festival?
Oh, it's a big strawberry festival where they celebrate strawberries because they're coming in ripe. And there's all this strawberry this and strawberry that, and there's all sorts of musical talents that show up.
When is this?
Strawberry
Happens in
Fields,
February,
maybe
I
they'll
think.
play.
Okay, so that might be too soon, but I think you should start what Jeff is saying. Start Thinking of different small, like start small, local, easy to get to spots that you've always
Well,
wanted
I
to go
mean, I
to.
would just love to be able to walk the mall.
Where's the mall? How far away is that?
I mean, it's a little ways, but it's like I don't mind getting driven there.
Pretty awesome. Yeah.
So you would get driven to the mall, then in the wheelchair you would wheel around the mall.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I
I
think
mean,
that's
if
awesome.
you're getting a used one, it shouldn't set you back too much. It would
yeah.
be
If I'm
worth
getting it used, I
experimenting with.
won't feel bad about like scrapping the whole thing while customizing it.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
that's a really good thing to say for the live streams and the podcast episodes for like the donations can go towards that you don't have to actually buy it with your own money, you know.
I mean, just so it's worse for you walking with a cane than you think sitting in a wheelchair.
I mean, when I walk with my cane, my back still starts giving out.
Yeah. But I mean, you also have trouble sitting down generally, right? When you're
That
sitting
is
upright.
true, but it's less of a pain.
Okay, so it's more tolerable.
Yeah.
So you think you could wheel around like the mall for a good 20 or 30 minutes?
Oh gosh, I mean, I could probably stay there an hour at least.
Oh, all right.
It's awesome.
You know, you go through the
Lot.
mall, check out stores. You know, maybe check out Hot Topic, the
Yeah, we
GameStop. You know.
have to go to that kind of store when I'm there.
So Casket, the used wheelchairs that you're looking at, they are extra wide though, right?
Well, that's the thing. I don't have a very big ass. I have a very narrow ass. I can fit in a pretty small chair.
Oh.
Yeah, I have seen
Well,
his hands.
Yeah, I don't know that you can though, Casket.
because the wheelchair has like things on the side, you know, so might be very uncomfortable if you don't get the extra wide.
Well, I'll look at the
Yeah,
measurements when I'm actually looking to buy.
Okay.
because your torso is still going to come up against the sides.
That is true.
So
They do sell extra wide used still, so just gotta keep that in mind.
yeah, dude, that'd be sick, especially if you got a video camera or something.
Let
I
me
want
look
to
that
see you
up.
go to I want to see you go to the Strawberry Festival.
I would love to go to the Strawberry Festival.
Have you ever been, or why do you want to
I
go
went to the
there?
state fair once in third grade.
Jesus, that was forever ago.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, man, you got to be out and about, especially because you live in Florida. Like it's a sunshine state. There's like tons of things you can go to.
Which is ironic because
Yeah,
I have a vitamin D deficiency.
That's insane. Yeah, man.
Do you take a vitamin D pill?
I do.
So do I.
Right. I do too. We're in the club.
We're in the D club. We're in the vitamin D club.
Yeah, we're in the
Uh-oh.
vitamin D club.
We are.
Can't believe Krusty's in the D Club.
Yeah, Krusty's in the D club.
The delayed reaction.
Dude, this getting a wheelchair and getting a video camera is so much more exciting than the sex doll project,
Companion doll, companion doll.
companion doll project.
I agree. Because I think it will just, it's like rolling a rock down a hill, right? It's something you're only going to
It'll create cascading effects.
see what you did there, Jeff.
Wheelchair, yeah. Historian, your thoughts? I hate to put him on the spot, but he says he hates
There
dead
you
air,
go.
so I figure.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
but
right,
that's
Jeff.
I mean, recently I've just tried to not be typical historian in terms of the live chats because people have obviously there's been no comments, but a lot of times in the
Yeah.
past there are not as much fans as me, and I didn't intend to join at all. But when Krusty didn't join, I mean, Krusty was I was sad when Krusty didn't join because Krusty kind of really hyped it up, and he said, join tonight. We're gonna hear, this great debate, and he really hyped up tonight of all streams. But
The
and I
great
said, well, I don't
debate
want to
happened
join. I
more on
really.
Thursday than it did tonight.
Oh, I don't know that I was part of that.
There's like a little
If I,
debate on Thursday, but it was teased as like it's gonna happen. It's gonna go down on Saturday. It didn't quite go down, but
I mean, I certainly heard it kind of teased, but yeah, I was sad. But Krusty's got a busy life, so it's tough. But yeah,
Oh
in
yeah,
terms
what
of this,
happened
no, I don't have a comment.
with the gas?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's another thing with his teasing. There was a guest tease for today, and now, from what I heard, this is kind of a February thing. But that's not very far away from right now. Also,
well, historian, what do you
I,
think about Casket's idea of getting the wheelchair?
I think Casket's. I think he should get a power chair, and maybe he should get a used power chair. But
That's
I
that's
think
my thoughts.
it's yeah, and we've talked about this before. But it's maybe it's courageous, or it's maybe even like healthful that he's choosing to get a wheelchair. But he's talked before a lot on streams of why he chooses a wheelchair over a power chair, and I think I don't know. That's a good thing, I guess. He has good reasoning that he wants to work his legs while kind of preserving his back. But yeah, I don't know. I hope you do go to kind of these events that you're looking forward to. But if you are just kind of looking more for something that's going to help your mobility in terms of your day-to-day life, because I know you do go to the stores and things typically or regularly, power chair or I can only think of the word hover round, which I don't want to use, but like a power chair might be the better option there, just so that you can get around more easily. And once you get that, maybe that'll help you feel like, okay, now I can go to more things. But that's complicated in terms of driving because you can't drive. So I don't know, but I think it was nice to hear to hear your reasoning, and you've given other reasonings before, but to hear the reasoning that I want to work my legs while I'm not working my back. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah,
But a power chair might be, the better
yeah. 'Cause
option in my opinion.
with the wheelchair, I just worry about the feasibility because we've told them before, like you should to get your exercise going, you should start just walking to the mailbox and back. And he says, "I'll throw up if I do that." And I just think using a wheelchair for an extended period of time, like that's gonna exert more energy than just walking to the mailbox. So you have to think of
Casket.
the walking to the
Cat.
mailbox as the benchmark. If you can't do that, I think using the wheelchair is going to be even more of a physical exertion. But I don't know. Your thoughts, Casket?
Yeah.
Comments.
Well, shit, I didn't think about all that. But
I mean, it wouldn't be a huge risk. If you buy a used wheelchair and it doesn't work out, you can probably resell it for 75% of what you paid for it. But I'm in agreement with the historian that a motorized scooter or something like that would probably be better.
I think in the long term, I agree with both of you. My argument was that this was a baby step to the power scooter because Casket, once realizing the potential, would then be like, maybe that would be enough to push him to get the power scooter. Because it seems like right now he's not willing to do it. But I feel like maybe once he sees like, oh wait, this is kind of difficult, but I see like the sun feels really nice on my body, right? Let me get a power scooter.
I mean, I get the social stigma reason for not wanting the power scooter, but it's just like so many people are on power scooters in America. I just don't think people are going to look at you in the same way that you
Yeah.
think they're going to look at
Yeah,
you.
unless you're in Florida, of all states, like you're in
Yeah.
Florida.
You're in the power scooter state, man.
Exactly.
Oh God.
Just go with it.
Be the lesbian in a power scooter that you want to see in the world.
Alice dropping the gems of knowledge.
But wait, do you know the exact date for this strawberry festival?
No, I don't.
Let me look it up.
Casket, while he's looking up, can you kind of like take off your glasses and do a double take and do a "Where's the beef?" like the "Where's the beef" lady, and just go, like be like very surprised at "Where's the beef?"
Where's the beef?
Oh,
Casket's the king.
Casket does look different without his glasses on.
Oh, you know what, Casket? You might have more time than you think. It's okay. It goes like 11 days. It's from February 27th to March 9th.
Oh.
So let's have that be
We
a
could
goal.
go
That should be a
together
good
if you
goal.
want.
That'd be
Strawberries are
cool.
being harvested this early. This is crazy.
We
Didn't
could even go
the winter
together.
solstice just ended
Well, the
though?
thing is, at the Strawberry Festival, sometimes they have the helicopter ride, so we might be able to do that there.
Yeah. Hey, if Krusty's there, we can get in the freaking helicopter.
Alice King.
What do you think? What do you think,
Do you,
Casket? Do you think that'd be a good goal for
I
you?
wanna know, Casket. What would you think is your normal fear response?
Screaming.
Screaming. Wait, do a scream right now.
I'd rather not. People are sleeping.
Poor little man. Gonna be waking up. Okay, but Casket, are you? Would you be down to set that event, the strawberry event, as like a goal to like
Yeah, sure.
maybe
We could totally
aim
do the
for?
Strawberry Festival.
Awesome. Because then, like, if you have a camera on, or if you figure things out, you can like get that content and just experience it with Alice in person.
Yeah.
Cool. Seems like the future might be looking bright for Casket.
It's gonna be a great time.
I wonder if this might be a. What do you think about live stream Casket?
I think it's going pretty good. We're at the 2 hour and 42 minute mark and 42 seconds.
Let's see. Oh, Casket, have you had any new insight or new dreams or new revelations regarding Luciferianism? Luciferianism?
Uh, Not really, no.
You find that strange, or
No, not really.
so it just comes and goes with the wind?
I'm holding the boy.
The boy. What is the boy doing?
He's being a boy.
He's being a boy.
Uh-oh. Boys will be boys.
Grab the belly of the boy.
Belly of the beast. How would you rate that margarita drink, Casket?
Pretty good. Give it a 4 out of 5.
Full?
Oh man.
Well, I don't want to tell you when to end your own show, but we are kind of winding down.
Yeah,
So
you're right. We really are.
but it was quite an eventful show. We really didn't really.
We had a great show. We've had a great show. Everyone, thank you for stopping by. This has been the Casketking podcast. And
Logging
yeah.
off.
Anyone got anything else to say?
Be on the look. Just be on the lookout for live streams throughout the week from Casket, and of course we will be on next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next Saturday. See you later,
Peace.
everybody. Bye.
All for now.